Yasharum. Hey Yasharum, how you doing?
Hey, super. Thanks for bringing me up.
You're welcome. What's your ethnicity? Okay.
I'm a Yasharum. I'm a Yashralite.
And what is that?
I am the original scripture call us. The modern term is Israelite, but the original term is Yasharal.
So you like a Hebrew Israelite?
So are you?
So am I.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's your ethnicity. It is not a religion.
Mm. Why my mother didn't tell me that's what I was? Or my
Because
grandmother or my great grandmother?
a lot of times people don't they don't put the scripture with history. There's a history that's happened in this world, and there's scripture that prophesied what would happen to the people of the Most High. If you look at the history of the people that went into slavery on slave ships, that was prophesied in scripture in Deuteronomy 28:68 and also in Luke 21:24. So when you put history with scripture and see the prophetic come to pass, you'll understand who you are.
Really? Okay, you want to address the prompt?
Yes, we are not Hamites. Most Africans are Hamites. Noah had three sons. His three sons were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. We call Japheth, even though there was no J back then. And out of his sons, Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, to include the Egyptian, the Sudanese, and so they had us in captivity. We were in captivity to them in Egypt. So we were not them. We were in captivity to them, even though we look similar
Okay. We look similar to who?
to the Hamites, which we would call today Africans.
Mm. You think we look like Africans?
And so I say similar, not just like them, but similar. Like if you look in I don't know if you believe scripture or not, so I don't want to put that on you. Uh, but for those that believe scripture, the scripture in Genesis
Not.
50
Is this
talks.
from the Holy Bible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, in Genesis 50, it talks about when Yusuf, who we call Joseph, was burying his father, that he took him, his brothers, and some of the Egyptians to bury them in the land of Canaan. The Canaanites, who are the brothers of the Egyptians, which are Hamites, they saw them and they thought they were all Egyptians because they look similar. Just like in the book of Acts, the people thought that Apostle Paul was an Egyptian.
So, which African do I look like? A Somali, a Nigerian? Which one? There's so many different looks.
You would probably be
Yeah.
more you would probably be more in line with a Nigerian, because the term Nigeria is a modern term for that nation. But if you go back and look at a map of that land, which we call Africa today, in 1747, it was called, on the west coast of Africa, was called Negro Land, and Negro Land is where they took the slaves from.
So, do you believe it was people already here? Hold on, Miss T, I see you. Do you believe it was people already here, or you believe every Black American, they all came from slave ships?
Well, there's a historical proof that that we that a lot of us came over here on slave ships. There's also some proof that there were people here before that looked like us. They call them, and like I say, this is only if you believe scripture. A lot of people don't believe scripture, but if you believe scripture, they talk about the northern 10 tribes. They left there after they left the Assyrian captivity. They came over to a land they call Azareth, which was, if you look up the term Azareth, it's the term that they name for this land today. Um, and they said they came over here first. So there is proof that a lot of people came here earlier, before the other tribes were scattered here in captivity.
Okay, hold on. You have a rebuttal. Hey, B. Rye, Miss T.
Hey sis, how you doing?
I'm doing.
Good. Peace to everybody. Peace to the chat. Um, I'm just gonna say this. You mentioned the scripture, right, and said that we look like the Africans. We do not look like the Africans. If you are a follower of Yahuwah, right, you should know the difference between a Hamite and a Semite, right? You also would have known about the WAR of 70 AD, where the Romans came in and unalived millions of them, right? And they scattered into Africa, like the Bible says, to blend, right? Does not mean that we are the same. It just meant that the melanin was the same, because melanin is the standard. Black is the standard, not Africa, right? So if you knew that, you would not be up here saying that. I think that that was pretty disingenuous. Yes, Negro land did exist. I have the map. And I also know about the slave coast being the kingdom of Judah, right? I mean, I could pull it up right now. However, please do not ever try to associate us with Africans, because we are not Hamites. Those people are cursed. Thank you. I'll land there.
Okay, Yeshua, would you like your final say?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, I appreciate the sister. I never associated us with Hamites. I said that we were in captivity to them in Egypt. I said that, like you said, that our melon made us look similar. I didn't say that we look just like them. So I respect that. That was not my point. My point was that we are not Africans. We are. You're right. We're Shemites, which we're Yashra. We're the ones that were scattered into every nation. Through captivity. That is us. That's biblical and that is historical. That was my point.
Thank
Okay,
you. I'll
yeah.
go ahead and drop if you need me to, or I
I don't
can.
need you to right now. Actually, can you please stay up here with us for a minute?
I got
Um,
you.
Yushara, thank you so much. Hold on, we got Doc. Hi, Doc. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Doc. What's your ethnicity?
I'm from New Orleans. I'm an African American, but I live in South Africa.
Okay, shout out to South Africa. You're African American. Okay,
Born
so
and raised.
what country from Africa your family come from?
Um, well, you know, an interesting thing that New
Hmm.
Orleans is one of the few cities in the world which we still maintain much of our African cultural traditions, such as Congo Square, our second line traditions, our food traditions, our burial traditions. Um,
What
in
type of
particular, my
burial
family comes from.
what type of burial traditions do the people in New Orleans have that's like Africa? I never heard that. Can you please educate
Oh,
me?
when we carry our caskets through the streets. You ever seen that? You can find that directly in West Africa.
Oh
Yeah, it comes
wow.
directly from West Africa. When we carry our caskets through the streets, like like they just did
They
for
have
Big
when
Duck.
they started having caskets like that in South Africa. Or you mean
I didn't
they
say
do?
South Africa. I said
I
West
mean in
Africa.
Africa. You said I'm no, I'm trying to
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, yeah,
'Cause I never seen
yeah.
African.
Caskets. Go check. What? Go check it out.
Oh
Go check it out.
wow.
Our
Do
funeral
they got
traditions of
caskets like
carrying.
our caskets over there?
Sorry, say that again.
Do they have caskets like our caskets over there?
Why wouldn't they have caskets?
No, I said like our caskets. You know the kind of caskets
Yes.
we have? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. How much them
Oh,
caskets
interesting.
how much them caskets cost over there?
Oh,
I'm just
I
curious.
haven't died.
I know
I
you
haven't
haven't
died yet.
died, but you
So,
ain't never been to a South you never been to a funeral over there?
no, I haven't been to a funeral. I have seen one passing through Soweto. I've seen a funeral. But South Africa is quite different than the traditions that we carry in New Orleans from West Africa.
You gonna say I
You
haven't
know,
died. Oh, you try. But yeah, no, I was just curious, because our caskets over here are quite expensive. That's why I was just curious.
yeah, but it's not necessarily about the cost of the casket. It's the actual tradition that's being carried out.
Yeah.
Whether you got a cheap casket or a limousine of caskets. When we
Right.
carry our caskets through the streets of New Orleans, we are maintaining West African traditions that preceded that preceded our enslavement in the United States.
But look, Doc, I done had a lot of people up here, Doc, from New Orleans. I have never ever heard them say nothing like what you just saying about all the traditions y'all share. And I mean, I have never.
Well, it's interesting because the birthplace of jazz music is in a place called Congo Square. The name of Louisiana State Penitentiary is Louisiana State Penitentiary at Angola. The reason why it's called at Angola is because
Mhm.
prior to being a penitentiary, it was a plantation, and the majority of the enslaved Africans on that plantation came from Angola. When you walk through the French Quarter, and you look around at all the wrought iron, the iron that's on
Hold
the
on, Doc. Hold
balconies.
on, Doc. Your little fellow African called me uneducated. Let me tell you something.
Who said
Whatever
that?
you are, hold on. Just let me respond. Let me tell you something. Whoever you are, sir, that's the point of saying educate me. Only an uneducated person wouldn't understand what it means to say educate me. Go ahead, Doc. I apologize for the
We
foolery.
don't, we don't, we don't need to call names, but I did see somebody sitting from the Seventh Ward tell them I'm from Chile Gentile. I saw them in the comments say they from the Seventh Ward. I'm from Gentile, Seventh Ward. But anyway,
Okay, you want to
when you
go ahead
walk
and
through,
address the prompt? Because I can ask you a million questions, and we got people. I would love to pick your brain. Can you address the prompt?
I don't say I say we're Afro descended people or African descended people. So
Okay.
it's a difference between saying we are Africans, but we are descendants of African people. And I think you asked a question earlier whether we all came on slaves. It's an interesting question. I think
Hmm.
there's a history of the predecessor to Mansa Musa in Mali. His name was Abu Bakari, and the legend, according to like Malian tradition, is that he left and this is prior to the slave trade, and he discovered parts of the United States or parts of the West that we call the West. So it may not have been the United States, it may have been Haiti or Jamaica, somewhere in the Caribbean. So is there a possibility that Africans were here prior to the slave trade? Absolutely. Is there a possibility that Africans intermarried with Native Americans and created? That is the history of New Orleans. That is the exact history of New Orleans.
Okay,
Africans
real quick,
intermarried with
Doc.
Native Americans, and we created Creolized people.
Right. Okay, real quick though, Doc. Let me ask you something. Do you believe humanity was started on in Africa on the continent somewhere over there? Do you believe all
Oh,
people come from
absolutely.
Africa? Hmm.
Absolutely. I believe that all people come from Africa, and nor do I believe in that mythology about Ham or listen. I don't knock anyone's religion, but I believe you have to separate mythology from real history, science from science fiction. And
So, well, let me ask
I'm a
you, why
social
you don't,
scientist.
wait a minute, hold on, because you got a rebuttal, but I'm so curious. Why you think Africans don't go around telling white people they come from Africa then?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know what all Africans say to other people.
Oh,
I
you gonna
just look
hear
at the
some
science.
if you can stick around. You ever been in this room before?
No, I don't know how I got in this room. I was scrolling on TikTok,
Oh.
and I think,
Well, I'm
and I
glad
don't
they
know how
heard
I
you.
landed it.
I'm glad they heard you speak because we get called cotton pickers and slaves every day over here by Africans. So
Well, I
I
think
hope you,
you
huh?
know what, but you know the thing about that, and
Uh huh.
and, and that's wrong. Name calling is wrong, and I
Uh
think
huh.
that a lot of this stuff is upset people, hurt people, saying crazy stuff. The
What they
harsh
hurt
reality,
from? How did the
I don't know
so do
why.
you believe? So
I
do
don't
you
know why
believe?
they hurt. I can't
Okay,
answer why
hold
they hurt.
on.
What I do know
Do you
is that
believe? Do you believe Africans played a part in the transatlantic slave trade?
absolutely.
Okay, hold on, Doc. Go ahead, Charles.
Hey, how you doing? Much love to the panel. Um, he's stating that Louisiana got the dancing with the coffins in the street. Africa just started doing that in
No,
2003. the 2000 to
No, sir. That's
2003.
absolutely incorrect.
So in other
That's
words,
absolutely incorrect, sir.
they seen people
Sir,
in
that is incorrect.
Louisiana carrying on and as such,
Wait
and
a
they
minute, you're gonna
started
have a
to
final
adopt it.
say. This is rebuttal time, and then you're gonna be
Oh,
able
got
to
it. I got it. I
respond.
got it.
Okay, go ahead, Charles. Let me start your time back over. Go ahead, Charles.
They took it upon they took it upon them. Okay, they took it upon themselves to adopt that as to have a part of something, a ritual that Americans do. They did not come from Africa. They just started doing that in the 2003 with the dancing in the street. And
Bro, where you
he can
from?
go ahead.
Where you
And
from?
I'm from
Where are
here,
you from?
America, America,
No, are you from New Orleans? Are you from New Orleans?
America.
Are you from New
I'm from
Orleans?
Florida,
Absolutely not. You're from New Orleans. You're not from New Orleans. I'm
Florida.
getting your accent. You're not. Yeah, so you're not one of us. Let's be clear. I like
Doc,
to
he
delineate
told you
too.
Florida. He
We're,
said Florida. He never
right.
said
So
Louisiana.
he cannot. Right. So he is. I don't know where he's getting his information, but I'm a New Orleanian. We know where our history comes from. We know where our traditions come from. You can go to the funeral homes that actually put on a second line and read on their website the history of the second line funeral, where it comes from. You can read on if you could, listen. I appreciate you, brother, but your information is incorrect.
Okay, you got another rebuttal. I see you, Miss T, but American roll her dice. You can go after her. Go
Yeah, you
ahead,
can skip me,
American.
sis. You can skip me.
You sure? Okay, go ahead, American.
I was gonna say I'm here in Louisiana. I don't know anything about them carrying the caskets. Thank you for the gifts. Thank y'all for the gifts. I don't know them about them carrying any caskets on, in the streets. But to me, that just seems like a common practice. One thing that I have noticed here with the graveyards is that the graves are on top. They're not buried underground. Everything is on top. I did notice that, and I know for sure that that is definitely not an African practice. I don't know what kind of practice it is because I've never seen that before.
It's a
Um,
practice because New Orleans is below sea level. You can't
okay.
bury in the ground.
Well, thank you for that. And another thing that I notice here is I don't see Africans here. I see a lot of Black Indians here. Now, I have encountered several tribes since I've been here, Black Indian tribes, and they actually know who they are. And I see a lot of indigenous culture here, Black indigenous culture. I have had conversations with these people, and I've actually had an opportunity to talk to several indigenous Black tribes here. I'm actually very close friends with a couple of them. And so this African stuff that he's talking about, I don't know. So I can't really speak on it. But from what I do know is there's a lot of indigenous practices here with the people. If you walk around here, you'll see them. You will see it. Even the white people know that these people are Black Indians here. And I'm very close with why are you cutting your camera on? I'm confused.
Because I want to show y'all something. I
Okay.
want to show you something.
But
What you
even the
talking about?
white people
Can you see
here,
what's on my wall? Can you see
I
what's
don't
on my wall?
that's
Can you see what's
a
on my
look like an
wall?
indigenous child.
It's, it is part of the culture that I represent.
And
This is
you, my
this
sir,
is
I don't know where you get
this
this
depicts
African stuff from because you are
this
indigenous,
do
right?
because
That's
I know the
beautiful.
history. I know that my people, when we
Oh,
dress
you
up in those
handsome
suits, we are
too.
paying
So
homage.
where are you getting this
We are paying
African stuff from?
we are
You
paying
clearly
homage
don't look
to
any.
our
Look at your hair
to
color.
our. Say that again.
Look at your hair
School,
color. I
the
said
white man.
that you. Yeah, I said
We are
you're
paying
a
we
handsome
are paying
guy and
homage.
you don't look
Thank you. I
African
appreciate
at
that.
all.
I get it all the time. I
Right.
get that I look
So
Zulu all the time. But when we dress up in our suits, we are paying homage to the Native Americans who assisted our enslaved Africans as they escaped into the swamps.
no,
That is the history.
there's actually
That is the history
indigenous tribe.
of the suit.
Listen, I'm just saying
That's the
I'm not
history of
gonna
the suit.
argue with you because I'm not from here. But what
Right.
I can say is what I noticed since I've been here, and I have friends. My sister is actually I got a best friend, and that girl is a Black Indian. She is indigenous to Louisiana. There are several different indigenous tribes here that I've encountered. I haven't seen any Africans here or African tradition. They don't even cook African food here. So
We
that's
cook
not what
gumbo.
I've seen. And the white tea people that I'm around a lot, they even know that these people are Black Indians and they call them that. So I'm just talking about from my account what I know. And that's it. Now with the African stuff, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah,
All
so
right, y'all.
somebody's trying to take. I
Huh?
appreciate you, sister. Thank you
All
so
right,
much for
you
your
welcome.
information.
Hold on. We gotta move on. Charles, we gotta move on. It's been a long conversation, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you say something since Miss T didn't go. Go ahead, Charles, and you didn't have much time.
I was wondering what tribe in Africa is his people from? Da.
Bro, I don't know that. I don't know.
Because the slave ship thing it doesn't pan out. And most Africans didn't come into America to around the 1900s and afterwards.
Oh my God. Shout out to
I
you,
know
brother.
because I have a
Listen,
nephew. I have a
yeah.
nephew that was, go ahead.
What you say, Charles? The Africans, the slaves didn't come to the 1900s.
They didn't come, they didn't, to the 1900s, exactly. That was all made up, a part of trying to disinherit us from the land. And I know because I have a nephew that ended my older sister that had a baby with an African dude. And my nephew ended up with sickle cell and he died before he was age 40
So you
with
saying?
sickle cell
Wait
anemia.
a minute. Hold
And
on.
that's what,
See, that's American. Do you agree that no slave came into the 1900s?
I don't know exactly what part. I don't.
Slavery was over in 18. Well, you mean the 19th century?
Right. See, there now. I've been. Yeah,
So
I've
1900s.
been
so wait.
doing
Hold
more.
on. Hold on. Charles, listen. I'm a Black American. Okay, I don't know anything about this indigenous stuff. However, I, I mean, can you prove that slaves didn't come here until the 1900s? Why would the slaves be coming here after the Civil War?
I, I got it for you. If you depends on how you ask Google about the 1890 census, you have to say how many Africans were in America at that time. It will tell you zero.
Who?
Now make it make
Because
sense.
African
Hey,
How can
Americans
it be
got
zero?
described as African.
listen. No, are you? Maybe I'm confused here. Am I confused? Are you saying? Are you saying?
On
Now,
the
do you mean Charles? Do you mean like the export? Because I know they were still right. He is telling the truth about that. But I'm trying to figure out if you mean like at that time were they being because they were at some point being exported. So it maybe they weren't here around the 1900s because they had already been exported to the South Americas. So does that what you is that what you mean, Charles? Because I do know
no
that they
on the
did say
census
that there weren't any slaves here. So that is the
on
truth.
the
Yeah,
yeah on the
that is the
census
truth.
record
I
it
agree with him.
show
There is zero.
any Africans.
Right. I do remember
So
that
they own records. They own records. Yeah.
on that part, but
Agree with
I
what
don't know
part?
why
I'm
they
saying,
weren't.
so is y'all saying, maybe I'm confused. Are y'all saying it was no Africans here in the 1800s,
They
1700s?
weren't here in the 1900s. They weren't
Um,
here. So
okay.
I'm wondering if they were being exported, like if they had been already exported in the 1800s. That's just what I'm wondering because
So,
I do know
or
they weren't
maybe,
here in the 1900s. That right there, that's the truth too.
or maybe after 1865 and the end of the Civil War, Africans were then considered citizens. So when you look at the 1900 census, it wouldn't say Africans; it would say maybe Negro, Black, Colored, or whatever have you, whatever they were classifying us at that point. But it
Uh,
would say, obviously, it would say zero Africans, uh, despite the fact that there was millions of African descendant people. The AME Church, founded in 1787, the A in AME Church is African. That's Richard Allen, founded in Philadelphia,
okay,
the
and if y'all
African
want to
Methodist.
respond, you got to tap your profile and roll your dice. Okay, I think I'm looking at the word export or whatever wrong because helicopter got a question. Why were they listed as immigrants on the 1870? I guess census of slaves were Africans. I don't understand. Why were they listed as immigrants on the 18th? Okay.
Love's word. Love's word.
Mhm.
I do want to say this, and then I'm going to go. I appreciate you letting me come up here. I
You're
appreciate,
welcome,
and I
Pop.
love all black people. Whether I think y'all confused or not, I love all of y'all, and I hope that we can liberate ourselves from some of the misinformation that we continue to expound uh, through these social medias. I think that we all need to study. Well, I'm an expert on certain things because I am a
Mhm.
PhD, but I'm not an expert on all of history and census and this, that, and the third.
Right.
I think we all need to do some studying,
Yeah, well, we
learning, and
learning.
study. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what we do
definitely. So
every
I
night
appreciate
just
it.
about here. We learn. I know I learn something every single stream.
Shout out to you,
So
sister. I appreciate you. It's
appreciate you too,
10:30 over
Doc.
here. I have work to do in the morning, so
Okay.
I'm going to jump off.
All right. Have a
Peace.
good evening.
I
Mhm.
had one more thing to say too.
Okay, go
That
ahead.
wasn't the only classification. I was on the 1870 census too. White was on there too. So that
Mm.
you had white on the 1870 census. It was white, black, mulatto, whatever, Asian. I saw some. I believe did I see Filipino
Hmm.
on there? So there were several different, and
I just think I got it
categories.
confused. I'm thinking he said Africans did
Yeah,
not come
Indian and
here into.
Chinese. Yep.
I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm still
Yeah.
thinking he said Africans did not come here into the 1900s.
No, they weren't on the census they weren't on the
But he ain't
census
saying
in
he not
1900.
saying Charles. You're not saying they didn't come into the 1900s, right? You just saying they wasn't on the census, right?
They're not on the census, but they will tell you that they started coming around 1940s. They were coming by way of plane then because they weren't bringing those ships that they were trying to tell you that these 30-foot vessels could hold 100 men. There are no 30-foot sailboats that can hold 100 men.
Okay, Charles.
It
Thank
is
you.
impossible.
Okay, Charles. Thank you. We
All
got
right, thank you.
no. You ain't got to. You ain't got to get down, Charles. I just got to get to English. English.
Hello, Love's World. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Welcome back. English. What's your ethnicity for the people in the room?
All right, I'm from Kenya. I'm a United
Oh,
States citizen.
all right. Shout out to
African, born
Kenya.
African, black man.
All right. You want to address the prompt?
What makes black Americans Africans? Well, first of all, let's take the term black away. Let's put the Africans, enslaved Africans. Enslaved Africans were the ones that the white team man decided to be like, you know what? Let's start playing games. You are black.
Who the enslaved Africans? Is you trying to be funny? That's a
I'm not
cute
trying to
way
be
for you to
funny.
call us
I'm trying to narrate
slaves.
the. No, I'm
Okay, go
trying to
ahead. Let's
narrate
see
the
where this go
history.
today. English.
All
Okay, go
right.
ahead. Because
So
all black people over here
the,
wasn't slaves. I just want to
the
let you know that.
it's okay. It's okay. The ones that they were not enslaved, they were Shemites. All right, and they're not enslaved Africans. So
Okay, go
the
ahead.
enslaved Africans, they were called black. because where they're coming from, they're black. So the bottom line is, when you call yourself black today or reclaiming black, is because you're calling yourself Africans. Those enslaved
Stop
Africans,
lying.
hold on, let me finish. It's my time. Those enslaved Africans built America. And you know what? Same people who were enslaved Africans, when they were snatched from Africa, they had children and parents. So that does not exclude the children who are left behind without anything. All right? And their parents were taken so that they can build America. So if
They had English
listen,
is you're a liar. You're a liar. They had women and children, and those people were not
women and men and
Africans. So
children.
stop lying. And you're not gonna come up here spreading
Can't
no
change the
misinformation.
history. Why are you
Okay, you're
stopping
gonna get
my time?
flagged. You're
Why
gonna
are you
get
stopping my
flagged
time?
because
Why are you
you're
interrupting with my
saying
time?
misinformation. You're
So you're
lying.
telling me they only took children and women, no
They
men,
took a lot
no
of
fathers
women
and
and
mothers.
children. What are you talking
What
about?
what you
You're a
cannot
liar.
change the history since you're calling
First,
yourself
I'm
Shemite. Let me finish
you're
my
a
time.
liar. No, you're
Okay,
a
why you
liar.
you are here
You're
one
gonna get
away.
flagged for misinformation.
You're from
Go ahead,
Louisiana
dummy.
and
Go
you're one
ahead,
away from
dumbass.
Dallas. You don't even know the difference between the time. You are Texan. You're not Louisiana. You're
You're
not
not gonna tell me what the
pretty
hell.
much.
How
Stop
you know
Okay,
where?
lying.
You don't know where the hell I am.
I just talk about the prompt. I don't know why you're so offended with the
No, because
facts.
you're sitting up here lying.
Okay, then let me speak and finish.
Don't lie no more.
Okay, debate me after I finish. All right? The enslaved people, they were adults and children. So, mothers and fathers, men, young adults, and children from Africa. All right? That should clearly tell you that if there were adults over there who were taken and forced, all right, they left their children over there, some of them. They did not go recruit people over there who, oh, we're going to take you. You are father and mother and your children. We're going to take both of you. No, people are running away. So, one thing I can tell you is this: they left their children over there. That's the fact.
Oh, you're a liar.
You're a
You're a
liar
liar.
because you want to be
You
Shemite. You
are
want
a
to be black
liar.
so bad.
You're a liar. There were children that was innocent. You're a liar. You're
You're a liar.
lying.
Go here, read the
You're
history.
a liar.
You're a
English, I
liar. In
cannot
TikTok,
stand
you're
you.
a
You just
liar.
be lying so
Go to
much. You're a liar.
never ever change the history. Never in your entire life. You going to be 80
Okay,
years
land your
old
plane,
and
sir.
the history will. Okay, that's why she's interrupted. This is one thing I can tell you. No matter what the situation looks like, you will grow at your age 70, 90, but you will never change the history of enslaved Africans. And the Africans are the ones they built this nation that you bragging about.
Well, why
And when you
y'all,
call
why
yourself
y'all,
black,
hold
you're
on, I
calling
am.
yourself African.
To rebut, tap your profile, roll the dice. Well, why y'all ain't building nothing? You got a lot of Africans over there on the continent. Why the continent don't look like the United States of
Good
America?
question. Because we are not forced. We're going by the time.
You say y'all ain't
Slowly by
forced.
slowly, not
What you
forced.
mean? It been
All right.
centuries.
This
It been
country was built by
no.
enslaved
It been
Africans who were
okay, but listen,
forced
hold on, calm down.
into.
I'm trying. That don't make sense though. Y'all got over a
That makes
billion
sense if
something.
you think
Hold on.
clearly.
Now you want to crash out? Go ahead. Well, who rolled them dice first? American.
Charles.
Go
And
ahead,
then
Charles.
Yashara.
All right.
Yash.
Go ahead, Charles. Thank y'all for the gifts.
Yes, like you were saying, love, they got over 1.5 million still existing in Africa today, and Africa's not looking like
Billion.
Dubai. They can't make it make sense. And the thing is, that place that they call the place of no return, where they claim they held the slaves, that building has cannons on it that are facing the ocean. Why would that building have cannons on it facing the ocean and it's designed similar to the fort that is in Florida today?
Was the question that you asked?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
let me rebuttal what you're saying. All right. Number one, you're saying about Africa, it doesn't look like Dubai. That would be the dumb shit ever. All right? It cannot look like Dubai. Africa combine all the 54 countries and you look at the big cities, all right, and you combine those cities, actually America is nothing. So the wig that you have is what is confusing you. All right. Next time take their wig off and then let's talk. Let's face the fact Africa is built, is not Africa is built and is not like
Listen
in
here,
1920.
you starving Somali. Don't be sitting here disrespecting
You
him, talking
frog.
about. Now you want to copy what I say. You're a fucking
Red
frog.
lips
And if
frog.
you're okay, if I'm a frog,
You're
then you're a
insulting.
fucking earthworm. Okay?
Your
Stay on your
conversation
mute.
here.
Stay on your mute, Slim Jim. Hungry ass. Anyway, Yashara.
Yes. I was just I wanted to address some of the statements that were made, but one of the things I would say is this: the American Congress back in 2000, and I think it was 18, late 18, early 19, they passed the 400-year slavery thing when the first slave landed in 1619 in Plymouth Rock. So if people are saying that didn't happen, they would have to go back and look at all the historical facts. They'd have to look at all the Inquisition that happened over in Spain and in Portugal, and how Portugal sent a lot of the Yuhadim, which we call the tribe of Judah, down to the west coast of Africa. And the people were there in Negro land. Was it instead in 1747 they were people by the people of Judah. We'd have to say that all that is a lie. All the history is a lie. And we'd have to say what the scriptures that say what happened to the Israelites is a lie, because history proves that a lot of them did come into slavery on slave ships. So if people disagree with that, they'd have to disagree with the history of America. They have to disagree with everything they've already shown you, from Amistad to the roots and everything that was written concerning our people coming here on slave ship, coming in chains with yokes of iron. You can Google it. And they did not call us Africans. They know we weren't Africans. They called us Negroes because we came from Negro land. We didn't come from, we're not Hamites. We are Shemites, as the one guy was saying. But the issue is Hamites and Ishmaelites put us in slavery and sold us to the
Okay.
Europeans.
Yep, you gotta
And
land your
we were sent
plane.
over here on slave ships.
1 minute rebuttals. Listen, what happened to English, American?
I don't know what happened to him. He was
He
up here
just
1 second
ran.
and he just left. Yeah.
Lord Jesus. Okay, let's get to the next person. Charles didn't respond to the prompt yet, did he?
No.
Go ahead, Charles. You want to
What does
respond?
what makes
Charles
Black
and
America?
indigenous.
Yeah, what makes Black America? What makes Black Americans African? Not a damn thing. Nothing at all. Other than we just both melanated people. That's it.
That's all you gotta say, Charles?
Yeah, I ain't got much to add to that because we're not.
Okay. All right, Charles. Let's go. Lil, how you doing today?
How y'all doing this evening?
Fine. What's your ethnicity?
I'm Black American, from originally from Texas.
All right. Shout out to Texas. You want to address the prompt?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand why Africans are continuously telling Black Americans or FBAs they're African when we've been here for so long. We are our own ethnic background. Some of us actually might have descendancy from Africa, but not all of us do. And the fact that when people tell them that, they just cannot comprehend that. I don't understand why. But yeah, we're not African people. We are American people. And that's it. That's all. That's that simple. I mean, there's some other history stuff we can talk about, but realistically, it's just that simple. I don't understand why it's so complicated and why people don't understand that.
The issue I think is that a lot of times we call ourselves by a name that does not belong to us. And let me explain. America is named after Amerigo Vespucci. He's an Italian map maker, a Caucasian. You don't descend from a Caucasian. Africa is named after Scipio Africanus. He is a Roman general who defeated uh, Hannibal in the Punic Wars. He is also a Caucasian. You don't descend from a Caucasian. So we have to go back and find out, where do we historically descend from? And if you believe scripture, there are 18 nations of people that you can find in Genesis 10. And if you find those 18 nations of people, you have to find out, where do you descend from? Who the scriptures say you are. If you do that, align scripture with history, it'll tell you who you are. But there's no America in the Bible. There is no Africa in the Bible. There's the land of Ham. There's the Canaanites. There's the Egyptians, but there's no Africa in the Bible, no America in the Bible. So you gotta look at the biblical context and see, historically and biblically, where do you descend from?
Yeah, that's why they took the maps out of the Bible, because they used to have it in there. And those people that they sent over here to America were not African. And I don't know why people think that. It's just a misconception. And a lot of people are not just educated on the history, and they don't understand that the maps have been changed and that the land masses were renamed. So I don't know who's next. Sis, love. I saw you roll your dice. Did you have a rebuttal? Do
Oh
you know how to
no,
roll your dice?
yeah, you say you hit the picture, right?
Yep, you hit the picture and then you see them emojis and you're able to roll the dice that way.
Oh yeah, cause I didn't roll the dice. Then I was waiting on the talk or to speak.
Okay, you wanted to rebuttal something you heard?
Oh no, I ain't got no
Thank you,
rebuttal.
sis. Okay, well, just
Yeah,
hold on
it's
tight.
in order. It's FBA time. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I had to step away.
Hey, sis loves, this Miss Bly.
Oh, hey, Miss Black.
I
She's
have
a
a,
Black American. You want to address the prompt, Miss Black?
I do. It was like this, okay? When Columbus thought he discovered America, he did not discover America. However, when he got over here, there were a total of 1,000 Indians that spoke 100 different languages. He spoke of how nice we were and how giving we were and how kind we were. He actually wrote a letter and said, "Hey, you know what? I can, in other words, use these people, abuse these people, enslave these people." So what he did, he filled up the boat with a bunch of Indians. We traveled throughout Spain, and then they had the nerve to drop some of us off in Africa. So what they did was they picked us back up, put some Africans onto the boat with the Indians, reclassified us, brought us back to America, enslaved us, and the Cherokee Indians said, we not having that. So what they did was, when the ones that Africa brought back over here from America to Spain to Africa, got us back into America, and then all of a sudden the Cherokee Indians said, "Hey, you know what? Come on, come on, come on, come on." So instead of enslaving us, they were kind to us because they knew that some of us didn't even become, we were not African. Some of us was African when they returned the ship back. So the Cherokee Indians took us in and we became friends and we became family, and some they were mating with each other, so on and so forth. So at the around that time, America said, "What? No, give me my slaves back." And Cherokee Indians said, "No, you're not getting those slaves back." So then all of a sudden life just went on for a bit, and then we started, in other words, those that were from Africa, those that were always already here,
We started building with the Cherokee Indians. We started planting with the Cherokee Indians and stuff like that. So America came and said, well, look, I tell you what, since you won't give them up because I asked you to give them up, they yours. They are yours, which they become chattel slaves. Okay, so America got mad again because you know what? They found out that the land that they put us on, hey, it's gold under there. Get up off of this land. So he sent us on a trail of tears. That's why Black Americans who's already over here had become chattel slaves and freedmen, whom got all the rights of the Cherokee Nation. But throughout that time of traveling, they had they had reclassified us about 5 to 7 times. We went from Indian to Black to African American. We just went through the entire phase of reclassification from Walter P. in Virginia. He was over birth certificates whom changed our name. Walter A. Plecker. Walter A. Plecker. Everybody, get on your Google if you think I'm lying. We even went through Virginia. We went through, we traveled. And then when we got to Africa, they decided, and let me tell you what Christopher Columbus did along the way. He ate us. He burned us. He did so much to us along that journey. Now, let's talk about that. Because I'm gonna tell you something that these Africans are getting off at. Well, what language do you speak? Our language was stolen. Well, it says in this, it's called history. It's not history, it's history. His point of view. It's the white man point of view. We don't have a point of view. And even if we're trying to tell our point of view, it's not on document where they could see it. And even if it is, you don't see none of them looking it up. You don't see none of them trying to figure it out. So I say this. Use a lie and the truth ain't in you. We are not from no Africa. I land my plane.
Anybody have a rebuttal for FBA? All
I
right.
want to, can I
Yes,
say
go.
something?
Yes, go. What's your name? You go.
My name is Ugo.
Ugo. Okay. What's your ethnicity?
My ethnicity is Igbo. I am
Okay.
Nigerian.
All right. Go ahead.
I was going to
You
say
want to? You
that
got a rebuttal for her?
it kind of is a rebuttal. I'm
Okay.
not
Well,
saying that
let me give you a
that
minute.
Americans come from Africa. I will say that it was really what really happened during chattel slavery was that the people, the brown people, they were being enslaved by the Indians, the Native Americans, the Spanish people, the Mexicans, the Africans. They come in here to enslave. And then after that, the brown people went to join the military to fight off those people, fight off the Indians, the American Indians. And they became federally recognized as Americans because their ancestors or they joined the war. They joined the military to fight off of the Indians. And Indian also means, what does it mean? I think it meant alien. Maybe indigenous meant alien, but it came from indigene, which means alien. And Indian is a misnomer. It means slave. So I wouldn't claim that really. And I'm saying that because I learned this from another live.
What? Girl,
That
bye.
that
Did
is
you go
not
take
true.
that? Did you go take that hot bath like I told you to do earlier and go mind your business? Did you go read that book like I told you to read earlier? Girl,
That's
bye.
not true. The
Anyway,
Indians and
it's
the all the Indians, the black Indians and the red Indians, what they did, they got together and fought America. Look it up, everybody. You got Google. Look it up.
The black is a misnomer. It means white and pale. It means colorless. It means slave.
Okay. Hold on.
Indian.
Hold on, Ugo. That's okay. How your final say FBA? We're gonna get to you real soon, Ugo. FBA, you want to have your 1 minute final say so we can move on to I am.
Yeah, I want my 1 minute final say. You could word it, you could misname it, you could throw in anything you want to throw in to make this look unfactual. However, the Indians fought America. They got together with the black Indians and the red Indians, and they fought America. Okay? So that's why most of the time when you say to white America, why'd y'all steal our land? You know what they're going to say? They're going to say, no, we didn't steal anything. We conquered it. And that's why the Indians, black and red, traveled down the Trail of Tears. They traveled down the Trail of Tears, which took days, months. Babies dying, people dying. Oops, unaliving. I'm sorry, TikTok.
We love
Okay?
TikTok shop.
And most of them, that's how they got split off into some of them went back to America. Some of them went to Oklahoma. Now we finna split them off. Mississippi. Now we finna split them off,
Okay,
okay?
you gotta land your plane.
Oh, I land my plane.
Thank you. I am. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. How y'all ladies doing? Y'all doing beautiful?
Yes, sir. What's your ethnicity for the people in the room? I am.
I'm Black American, also known as FBA lineage.
All right. You want to address the prompt for me today?
Yeah, we don't share them as melanin. That's it. And I think that they doing what they always do. You know, they crabs in a barrel. You know, they want to be with the successful group. But I thought all of them wanted to be white. I thought the Asians wanted to be white. I thought Lulac. I thought the Mexicans, the Latinos all wanted to be white. You see Gene Wu down there in Texas, he said we should all come together because we got necks. And like I told him, we eat necks for breakfast. That ain't nothing new. We're not going to be doing no marching, no protesting for no group. We don't do no business with these people. These people's been here also with us, been very silent. When we were going through all those traumas in America, right here in America, specifically, no one was stepping up to help us, help defend us, help march with us. Our ancestors was at them counters getting cigarettes put out on them, everything known to mankind throwed upon them. And no one helped us or reached out to us or try to rebuild with us or nothing. The only thing we asked the CBC and the DNC was to help us rebuild Black Wall Street. And you can see for the last 70 years, they just been kicking the can down the road. And they say they got a big tent. Every time you turn around, they add another group. They're just kicking the can down the road. But they all up there making millions. They leave out of Congress with hundreds of millions and put it in a spouse name and just try to run a boot game on the FBA lineage. That's why I'm an independent. I don't believe in all that. Hey, you know, we're going to all come. No. Once a person been gone over 100 years, they no longer from there. You know, that's why and I can tell you something else they do. They send back, when they come here to America, they send back to their homeland pictures of how they living and they got air and they living in this condo, they doing it. Well, why you sending all them pictures back picking at your peoples then? Because you living in America. It's a lot of lies being told, a lot of untruths being told, but you got to sit back and observe and read these people for who they is and listen very carefully to what they saying. I can't go back home because I refuse to build anything. I don't want to build anything. And then they come over here and get with the white tea, and the white tea run that early morning game on them because they both two-faced and lying to each other.
Okay,
They
got land your plane. I am.
Yeah, but basically what I'm saying is they running game on each other. If anything we share, like I said, would be melanin. That's it. All skin folks ain't kin folks.
No rebuttals, it look like. Okay. You go. Ungo.
Ugo.
Ugo. Okay. Ugo is Nigerian. Igbo. Would you like to address the prompt?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What makes Black Americans Africans? To be honest, that Black is just a social construct. You know, Black is a racial construct that is used to mislabel people. So now they changed it to meaning African and all of that. But originally, it means colorless. It means you're a slave. It means you have no rights because white and Black are just social statuses. White was a status that means you're a colonizer. You have all the rights. You can rule and own a land. But if you are Black, you're limiting yourself to being a slave. So means you're limiting your rights. So I call them brown Americans. What makes these brown Americans African? Nothing. Nothing makes these brown Americans Africans because they're not Africans in the first place. They would be, if they were Africans, they would be the North Africans, but they're not. They're not even regular Africans. I would be considered an African, even though, it didn't really used to apply to me. Even some Africans are not even Africans. A lot of them have Asiatic DNA. So,
Okay, thank you.
no problem.
It don't look like you don't have to get down. It don't look like you got no rebuttals. So we'll go to James. Hey, James. Thank y'all for the gifts. James. All right. We'll rotate James down. Hey, Black 40, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, love? I'm doing well,
Fine.
thank you.
Black 40 is Liberian, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you want to address the prompt?
What makes Black Americans Africans? Uh, in my opinion, just from the history and what they have acquired in America, I don't know. They are just different people, man. And honestly, sincerely, I do admire Black Americans. Honestly, their willpower, their strength, and how to do things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of them. Like I just rode downtown Decatur. I saw the folks over there. The way to do things is completely different. They are very strong-minded people. They got strong willpower. I'm not saying this for likes or anything, but they are just different from us. I don't know. They speak their mind in any every situation. Whether hey, they're gonna get beat up, they're gonna fight, they're gonna do something, but they speak their mind. So we have a lot of differences. So I don't. They are who they are. We may share the same complexion or same color or melanin, but they are different people. So I will, yeah, I will end. And I would like to say to Miss America about last night exchange that we had. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful towards her, and everything I said, it was not me being spiteful. So I take that back, and I want to apologize to her for last night exchange. So I will
I
land.
appreciate it. I apologize to you too. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sis, love. Um, I guess we can have
Oh,
open
I'm
panel.
sorry. I was just talking, y'all.
Uh-oh.
My bad. Yeah, we can have open panel, but hold on, it's somebody. Oh wow, what is this, y'all? That profile picture crazy. Hello? Hello, beautiful?
Yes, hello.
Hello? Hi.
Hi.
What's your
Alan.
ethnicity?
I'm African, originally from Uganda.
Uganda? Okay. Let me put the
Yes.
prompt. What's that stuff on your face? Some like powder, tribal stuff?
No, that's just a face that I normally use, that I use, but it's on me. It's on me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right, let me see. You want to address the prompt, beautiful daddy?
Yes. I had the topic was about what makes Black Americans like Africans.
Yes.
I think the problem, I don't know where the problem comes in from, but to me, what I think is that we're all different, and I've been like on many live broadcasts, and most of African Americans, they most of them they say that they
It's
were born in.
beautiful, beautiful. Let me just
Yes.
tell you, we prefer in this space to be called Black Americans. That's just
Okay,
our
Black American.
preference.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay, thank you.
yes. Yes. You don't identify as like African American, like Black American, like African Americans. You guys call yourselves like Black Americans. I accept that.
Right,
So
Black
my
America.
thing,
It's a few things, but go ahead.
yes. So that means that because most of the lives that I've been on, most of the black Americans, they say that they don't recognize that they came from anywhere. Like they were born here and they like almost even all their ancestors were born here. So that's why there is like a very like, like a tension between like Africans and then the black Americans. They're like, oh, we don't come from Africa. We don't come from like we are born here. We were born like even the whites found us here. So I've heard that. But my thing is I don't know where the tension came in from because before even the Africans came in, almost I don't want to say this like on live, but the whites were like you guys were rivals with the whites. But because you felt like as time went on, you felt like the white you guys cannot conquer the whites. So like, oh, let's pick on the weak ones. Let's pick on the Africans. We
Oh,
just
hold
came to
on.
America also.
Hold
Listen,
on. Slow down,
I'm so
beautiful daddy. Hold on.
yes.
Hugo and Black 40. Y'all see what just happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to let your fellow Africans know.
Wait, what happened?
You ain't just hear what you don't hear what he getting into. Well, you just go ahead and mute back up.
Yeah, I heard
Go
that.
ahead. You say
I heard
so
that.
we couldn't. So you say we couldn't beat the whites. So we all out the
Yes.
blue. We started picking
Yes,
on
you
the
had,
Africans,
yeah,
right?
because most of the time, especially like, I'm really sorry to say this, but especially like the women, they are so bitter towards like the Africans because I've been on many lives. Right now, the life that I'm on right now, you guys are really respectful. I've seen how you guys do,
You just hold
like
on. You don't speak too fast.
yes, I've seen how you guys like address the Africans who come like here to talk. It's really respectful. But I've seen many lives whereby even the Africans, when they come to submit, they don't even give them a chance. Like that they sell. Yes, we come from Africa, and this is like English is our second language. You guys grew up like English is what you guys feed on. So we cannot speak and we argue on some things and represent like we present our or submit our points and it be delivered in the best way possible because English is just our second language. And us coming to America doesn't mean that, like, oh, we guys are supposed to be only back in Africa. When you go to Africa, there are many Americans who are in Africa. There are many right now. Some of the Black Americans, they're moving to Ghana. They are moving to. Is that anyone who is telling them, oh, go back to America? No, because the world they just made these borders for the whites to conquer. But the world was supposed to be free. You can go and you live in the east. You can go and live in the west. You can go and live in the
Okay,
north.
land your
Any
plane. You
place
got
that
a
you want.
rebuttal.
Yes, I have to land the plane. So what
Yeah, but just because you got somebody
let-
want to talk to you. Go ahead.
yes. So what I'm trying to say is that we guys don't have any problem, and I'm saying that this is growing because every time when I scroll, it like, oh, why is that Africans like Africans like us Africans identifying as like maybe like Black Americans? Then you go another line like, oh, why Africans are coming and they are trying to tell.
I'm sorry, sis. He was making my ear hurt. Oh, Lord. First of all, no, this world is not just free. That's why there are rules. You can't do what you want to do and you can't be omnipresent. Who you think you are, God or something? This world, we can roam around this bitch, go everywhere we want. No, that's a lie. I love the TikTok shop. I love the lie. Rules are put in place to protect people, okay, and protect things. That's why there are borders. That is illegal to even be saying that or to even think that way. It's just dangerous when you just want to live lawless. That's what's wrong with y'all people. And even there on Africa, what makes y'all, why is it even legal for y'all to just run around and just kidnap monkeys and eat them? Like that should be illegal. Y'all just live on that continent like y'all just think you can do whatever. Do whatever you want to do. That mindset is horrible. Like that's a very fucked up. I love TikTok shop. I'm sorry, sis. That is a dangerous way to think. The rules were not created to be broken. They were created so they protect people. You know, keep you out of certain situations. What the heck is wrong with you? And another thing too, we're not just going around just wanting to beat up and fight with immigrants or Africans or anything else. What we're simply saying is that we are different and you're being called out now and you don't like it. And we're used to fighting superpowers. Immigrants are very small and minute compared to, what.
compared to the United States government.
Yeah, compared to us. We're a superpower. And even when it comes to Black Americans, like we have fought YTs in this country. Fighting you is like pointless. We're not fighting you. All we're telling you, and we're not even doing anything wrong to you or acting out in violence towards you people. The only thing we're doing is airing out the grievances that we have and why immigration harms us and hurts us as a people. But immigration hurts every nation. So I don't understand what you're talking about we're picking on you. We're not picking on you. We're just talking about stuff that's important.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, but before you do, I just want to, when
Can
you
I come in real
said,
quick, brother?
yeah, hold on, Black 40.
Okay.
When you said that we couldn't beat the whites, we was over here fighting the whites, so we couldn't beat them. So what we say, oh, hell, we give up fighting them whites. Let's go over there and pick on some Africans. Let's go fight some Africans. What is wrong with you? Why would you say something like that?
Okay, I'll make my. I think maybe you got me from a different perspective. I'll go straight to the point. I've Before coming like here in America, I was in Africa. I used to watch movies, right? But I'm being honest with you, the tension was about the blacks and the whites. That's it, right? And of
Because it's
course,
all
I
about, because this before immigrants, or before all these immigrants start coming here, and white people are immigrants too anyway, but this is
yes,
a white and a black country. This is and
it's
it
it's
still is today, and y'all seeing that this is a white and a black country.
I understand that. But my point is, let's not make it so broad. I'm being honest with you. What I'm trying to tell you is that I don't know where, because I live in the community. I've gone to,
Let me tell you
like
something. Hold
from
on. Have you ever heard of the word akada?
what?
Have you ever heard of the word akada?
No, what does that mean?
What does it mean?
Akata is a
You go
friendly
me?
word. It's not a
No,
derogative
don't
word.
sit up here and lie, and don't come off your
Akata,
mute and lie either. Hold on, you go me. Can you tell him what a akada is?
Akata is a way of saying my
Listen,
friend.
sir. Hold on.
No, the guy is trying to respond
Ugomi.
to. The guy
Hold
is trying
on.
to explain it.
Hold on. Cause I'm about to make sure you understand something. Ugomi. Ugomi. She ain't here. Okay, I'm gonna rotate her down. She
Akata
Nigerian. I
means
believe she's
African
here.
Americans, I think.
No, it don't. Akada mean it mean all kind of stuff.
What does it
Picker and
mean, love?
Yeah,
everything.
cotton picker, all kind. It's negative, okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You talking about we just all of a sudden started wanting to mess with some Africans. Do you believe Africans played a part in the transatlantic slave trade? Beautiful.
Did you say?
What part did Africans play in the transatlantic slave trade?
Of course, if I told you we to go back to slavery, like every place you go to, still there are parties
So
that involve, like the
Africans,
parties
okay,
that
so knowing
the
that,
victims and the
wait,
ones that
so
would
knowing
benefit
that,
from the.
so knowing that, how can you get up here and say all of a sudden we said forget fighting the whites, let's go pick on some Africans? You don't think y'all deserve to be treated the way y'all getting treated now and worse for the role your ancestors played in slavery? Don't you think we've been more than gracious? I think we all was in a deep sleep and just didn't know about that part y'all played in it or what we was going through. But you got a lot of nerves to come over here talking. You got a lot of nerves to come over here talking to a Black American after what y'all did over there on that continent and what y'all still doing over there on that continent. If I was you, and I ain't American being nice, but it's something about that transatlantic slave trade and y'all part that just haunts me. So if I was y'all, I would just be real humble. Tread lightly, okay? Cause you're lucky they wasn't waiting. When them boats or planes, however y'all got here, with bats with nails in them, for all our ancestors went through over here.
Now that's why I'm trying to tell you, like, sometimes it's really hard, like, to converse, like, to have a conversation, normal conversation with a woman, because now you're trying to put in, like, things that even I didn't say. Did I try to
No, I'm
downplay
saying
that?
it.
I
I'm saying the
did.
things you didn't
I
say.
did
You
downplay
talking
that.
about everything else except that. You acting like this all came out the blue. You need to go back some centuries, bro.
No, right now, because you guys say like you identify as black Americans, and I say it's okay. But I'm trying to say that sometimes when people say like African Americans, they're not trying to say that, but they know that you guys come from somewhere. But I'm trying to
We
tell
do
you
come
that,
from
right?
somewhere here.
Yes, and where here, right? Then
Yeah,
where?
here.
Okay, no problem. Then where are you? What are you talking about the slaves? Where did they come from? Did they come from
Listen,
here to
it
here?
don't matter. When y'all walk
Beautiful,
them people,
beautiful.
hold on, Black,
You're
don't
Okay.
do
trying,
that. Don't do that. Hold on,
you're trying to.
hold on,
There are many
ugly.
museums. There are
Hold
many,
on,
and I'm not
ugly
trying
man. Y'all still
to.
over there got them slave castles over there making money off them slave castle tours. And you got the nerves to sit up here with that white stuff all on your face. And
You
why
haven't
y'all
even
love
traveled the
white
world,
people
but you're
so
just
much?
trying to.
Why
You
do
haven't
y'all
even
love
tried the.
white people so much?
You haven't even traveled.
You don't know where I've been, sir.
Been anywhere.
You don't know where I've been.
Right.
My
You don't
country,
know
hold
nothing
on,
You've
about
not
American,
been
hold on,
anywhere.
American. My country's so beautiful. I don't have to go anywhere if I don't want to.
Like you have not been anywhere, but right now
You
you're here
don't
just
know that.
spitting
You
lies.
don't know where I've been.
Africans, Africans don't have.
Listen, how about you? I hope you're not in the United States of America.
Right, but I don't know why women are always like, oh, the black, or
What
like
problem do
Africans
you
are
have
always
with women?
Africans.
What problem do you have with women? Huh?
The problem that I'm having is you guys coming and you say that Africans have a grudge
Why you
with
don't why you
black
why you not
Americans. No,
mentioning men? Why you not mentioning men? What problem do you have with women?
to arguing and submitting because you're submitting and then you're adding in a lot of
Who are
stuff.
you looking the way that profile picture look for me to submit to? You
I'm
need
sure I
my
have.
husband.
I'm
I
sure I
don't
have
have to
more.
submit to you.
I'm
You can
sure.
barely speak English.
I'm
What are
sure.
you submitting to her?
I'm sure I have more followers than you. So that
I
makes
don't
me better than you here
I
on
doubt
the
it.
platform.
I doubt
Yeah.
it. Go ahead. Somebody
Beautiful,
roll
you
the
gotta
dice.
chill. Beautiful, you gotta chill.
Somebody rolled the dice. Go ahead, Black 40.
Honestly, when I first joined your platform, Ms. Love, there were a lot of things that I disagree with, honestly, but I've come to realize that sometimes we Africans we can be pretenders. We are one of the most disunited people on the face of the planet. On the face of the planet. But we come to America and I like we are so united, and we try to say, hey, we are this, we are that, and we try to defend that stuff because even in Africa, on the continent of Africa, we are so prejudiced
You
towards
are
one
a
another.
disgrace. You are a disgrace to
I'm
Africa.
coming. No, 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 no. Let's be
You are a
real. Let's be real.
disgrace.
I'm gonna get brother, brother. If I go to your country in Africa, I mean in Africa right now, they would treat me differently. If a black American goes to Mississippi or Ohio or any other part of America, that person will be treated just like any other Americans. But we are so disunited, and we gotta keep it real. Honestly, until we can start working together, then maybe black Americans might even respect us. But we don't treat each other right. We just pretend like we are united. We are not united. We got to work on that. We got to work on that. And when you think about it, back in the 60s and the 70s, black Americans used to go to Africa to help out and try to be a part of us. But over the decades, We have shown that we cannot work together. We got borders in Africa when we can be united Africa. We're not even working towards becoming one. So how do you expect these people to respect us or even, give us any level, of respect? We are so disunited. So let's just keep it real. These people have come here. They have worked hard, and they are Americans. They are Black Americans. We can do the same. We can be united when we come here. They will embrace us if they see that we have some level of unity.
My brother,
But
no
we are
matter
very.
what you
I'm
say, they
coming,
will
bro.
never
I'm coming.
accept
I'm
you.
coming.
They will never
I'm coming,
accept
bro.
you. You are a
I,
disgrace
I
to
understand
Africa.
where you're going. I'm not a disgrace. We got to keep it real. Nigerians look down on other Africans. Other parts of Africa, when you go there, you got to have laissez-passer or you got to have some form of document to even cross that border. So until we can unite and hold together, they're not going to respect us. They are not going to respect us, and you can't expect them to because at the end of the day, who wants to associate with people who are not doing better for centuries? We haven't come together, so they're not going to respect us. They're not going to want to associate with us until we can start to do better. They might say, okay, yeah, we are the same people, but we do things completely different from them. You don't expect them to accept us or respect us. So we got to hold together so they can see that unity and say, hey, you know what? Okay, maybe these are the people who are my tribal people, or maybe these are the people that I'm from. But until then, nobody wants to be associated with people who have had opportunities. United States have given Africa so much money, but we still cannot hold together. We still have these divisions. We still look down on each other. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta do our homework too, and our land.
Okay, thank you. Charles
My
and LOL.
my brother.
Hold on, sir. You
Let
gotta roll your dice. You can't just listen. Don't do it. FBA, Lou, LOL, and Charles. I'm gonna rotate y'all down. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Charles. Um, let me bring Black Queen. So who was next? Oh, Black 40.
me, let me talk, please. Let me talk. I want to
I'm not letting you do nothing. The hell? Black 40, it's your turn.
Yeah, I was just addressing beautiful about we
No,
try to
it's
be
your
proactive.
turn to address the prompt. Did you already address the prompt?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did when
Oh,
I
well,
first came
hold
on.
on. Okay, it's your turn, Study.
okay.
What's
First
your
of all,
ethnicity?
Akata is
Wait,
not.
what's your, you see what I mean? Oh, y'all act like no decorum. Calm down. What's your ethnicity, sir?
I am from Nigeria, and
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
Yoruba man. I'm a Yoruba man by tribe. That's
Oh,
Yoruba, as you
all
have
right.
Ashanti and and the others. So
Okay.
first of all,
You got to
you
address
said
the prompt and then you can get into whatever you want to get into.
okay.
What makes Black Americans Africans?
We all come from the same woman, the
You
same.
mean humanity?
No,
Humanity.
no, 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 no.
No, no,
Mother
no, no, no.
Africa,
Mother
Mother
Africa.
I'm
Africa.
talking about who come from the same. You talking about everybody? That's how life was created.
No, 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 no.
You
I'm
just talking
talking
about
of
Black
black. I'm
Americans.
talking of African American.
We Black
They are
Americans.
our
We like to be
people.
called Black Americans.
Well, if you want to take any government document, do you put Black America or African American?
I put Black American. Look, sir, we can do this the smooth way, or we can do this the hard way.
All right,
It's gonna be your choice.
all right. So first of all, our people were taken from here to the Americans.
Can you address the prompt?
That's what I'm saying. What make a Black American African? That's what I'm saying. They are from here. They come from us. During slavery, many of our people were taken to the Americans. Even though many lose their culture, the language, but the connection, the same character we have is what they have there. If you go to Brazil, Haiti, all those Caribbean country, you will still see that they still retain our culture, our language. The only problem we are having with the Black America is because the white man took away their identity. They make them lose their identity. That's why you will see a Black American look an African and call them names, look an African and say we are not the same. How dare you? I've never met any Jamaican brother that will say, "Oh, we are not from." What's his name? This Jamaican singer. He said, "No matter where you come from, as long as you are a black man, you are an African." Because they took away your dignity, they strip you of your language, they strip you of your name, they strip you of everything. You now
We ain't
see
the
African.
ones. We ain't the ones pooping in the street all over our country. How they take away our dignity? We use toilets.
You see. Were
Yeah, I
you
do see. Do you
were you
see?
alive in
That's why I'm
1600,
told you,
1700?
brother, you are submitting, but the person is hosting that is
You
to
see,
let you speak. Let
Listen,
the man speak.
listen. He gonna get corrected. He gonna get
Don't
corrected. You monster. He gonna get corrected.
answer. Listen to under.
Stop coming
No.
off the mic, you alien. Stop coming off the mic looking
I'm
like a
giving
broke
knowledge.
down alien.
I'm giving
That's what
knowledge.
you're
I'm
good for. That's the
educating
only
you.
thing that you're good for. Insulting.
I'm educating you, Madam Love. I'm educating you because most of you Black American, you don't know your source. You don't know where you come from because
Jesus
the
Christ.
white man has stripped you away of everything. You know, when you take away a man's
I'm so
Why
identity,
tired of
y'all
hearing
got?
you
Why
y'all
take
y'all got
talking.
away
so
a
many
man's
tribes
language.
over there? Go ahead, Black Queen.
Always
It's
talking
your
about these
it's
white
your
men.
rebuttal.
Well, let
I,
me
Take
know
I
when
away
you're
just
ready
a
me to
man's
handle this guy.
when you take
hold
away
on,
a
everybody.
man's
Please stay, roll your
identity,
dice,
you take
guys,
a
if you want to
man's
talk. Okay.
language, you take
Study.
a
Be
man's
quiet. Shut up. Jeez. Listen,
Animals.
we are nothing like you. We never have been, and we never will be.
Not you,
Okay.
Black 40.
We are inventors. We are resilient. We are fighters. We are warriors. We do not bow down to the YT men. We don't lick their toes. We don't want to be like them. We don't want to be in the same vicinity with them. We fight them for our rights, for justice, and for everything. And we have been. We are nothing like you. We do not poke each other in the back and bite each other like snakes. We don't do that. That is what y'all do. Y'all are over there unaliving your brothers for their properties, okay? And denying their own children and wives of the properties after you unalive them. We are nothing like you, okay? Nothing. And we're not African. There's not one proof of a slave ship anywhere. All you want to do is believe the white T-man's history. Well, let me tell you something. You cannot get up here, sir, and tell us our history because you don't know it. And you know what a cotta means. It means black American cotton picker. It means
No, that's not it.
wildcat.
That's
It
not it.
means
I will
all
explain
sorts
what
of
Akata means.
derogatory.
I will explain
Shut
to
up.
you.
Shut
It's my
up, please. Please, I'm really trying to be nice. It means all sorts of derogatory, horrible things, and you
Don't
people
be
have
nice to
never.
him. Pull out a switch.
You hear me? And you people have never, ever, ever, ever said that we came from you, ever. You are quick to say. Soon as one of these white tea people approach you and call you the N-word in the racist tone, you say, I'm not black American. That's the first thing all y'all ass say. Oh, no, not me. Yeah, you. We are not you. And you are not us. And you can never be. But you try to be. So stop. Leave us the hell alone. You're not us. You wish you was. I love.
all this nonsense was started by Tariq. That pimp is
No, no,
the
no, no,
causing
no,
the
no, no, no.
division.
Hey,
Uh-uh.
hey,
Causing
hey, hey,
division.
hey, hey. Do not say Tariq's name on this platform. This is not Tariq's platform. If you have a problem with him, you take your sorry ass over there to his platform and tell him, okay? So he can roast your ass from here to Mars. But don't come up here
No, to
talking about how
Nigeria.
did this yeah. All this came from Tyreek. Like, we don't have a damn brain. We are very smart. We are very intelligent. We know our history. We know our genealogy. But you, on the other hand, don't. A white lady named your country. White people were really Africans. Where did you even come from? Do you know?
Okay, like I said, they took away your identity. What is your original name?
No, absolutely not.
What
We
is
know
your
who that.
original name?
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not going to sit here and let you lie. We know where the hell we came from. We are indigenous to this land. There were a small handful of Africans, 4%, that came over here. And what happened over the span of 400 to 500 years? That small handful that came when it was already 2.5 million of us, they had ethnogenesis with us. So they're no longer even African. But these black indigenous people, us, we have always been here. I've done my genealogy. Many of us have. I belong to a tribe right here from the Americas. Okay? Nothing that comes from Africa. You can't trace us back to Africa. You don't even know where the hell you come from. And you still think your birthday's January 1st. So get the
King, I
hell
want to
out of
ask you
here.
one question.
No, you
Black
can't
King,
tell us nothing about our
I want to ask
history.
you one question. One
What is
question.
it? What?
For
Ask
you
me.
to
Come
know
on.
that both of us we are the same. Do Black
No, we're
America,
not.
do they suffer? Wait,
No, we're
hold
not.
on. I
We're
want to.
not.
Do
When
Black America?
listen, we are not the same. I'm not gonna sit here and let you say that we're the same because we don't go around pooping all over the street. Y'all are pooping all in the street in Philadelphia right now. We don't go around and spread things that's not healthy to other people. We don't go
Okay.
around and scam. We work hard for everything that we have. We don't go around trying to steal someone else's culture and identity. Okay, we don't go around fleeing from country to country. We stay where we're at and we fix where we're at. And we fight for what we need where we're at. You are
That's right.
nothing like us. You can never be like us. You want to be us, but you do not know how to be, and you will never be, sir. You
Do you
can't.
suffer? Do you suffer sickle cell and
No,
fibroid in Black community
no,
in
no,
America?
no. I don't care what you say. You
If
can
Latino
never
if
women
put
get
us in a boat
fibroids
with you.
too.
good.
Right.
No, no, no.
We can never be put
Fibroid
in
is
the same
pertaining to
boat with you
Black people.
because we are not you. Let me tell you something. When the black people, when the Cherokee Indians, the American Indians that were called black Americans, that were called Negro and colored, but they were really Indians, indigenous to this land, went over to Liberia, many of them got very, very ill and they unalive because they were not used to that environment. That environment was not for them because they were not African and they had never been there. This was always their land. So we don't care how much you get up here and lie. Your lies mean nothing because we know who the hell we are, you weirdo. Get
They
your
went to
ass
Sierra
out of
Leone,
here.
man. That's not
You need to
Okay.
go
Liberia.
fix like Nigeria.
Mm-mm.
Wait a minute. What did he say about fibroids and stuff?
He's talking about do we have sickle cell and
I
fibroids? Is
said
No,
that common?
no,
same
and
sickness we
there's
have
plenty.
as
Wait a
Black
minute.
people.
What the fuck? Hush, because you don't know what you talking. It's starting to sound stupid as hell.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, anybody with a uterus can get a damn fibroid. That's not no black or white thing. Okay, that's a woman thing, and it happens in all women, not just black women. So what the heck are
No,
you
more
talking
in
about?
Black women.
And there are white
More in
people
white.
who have sickle cell too. So that is all fallacy. You just came up here and you lied.
Let's get to Cleopatra, honey. Somebody got
Hello,
a Motrin. Y'all
beautiful.
got some Advil chat. Go ahead, Cleopatra. What's your ethnicity?
I'm a Negro.
All right, you want to address the prompt?
What makes Black Americans Africans? Nothing, because they're not. And I keep saying, this is so odd that this is happening so suddenly, because never in the history have Africans, wanted to. I guess what they're saying, unite with Black Americans. They made it. They made it a point to come and be separate from us all throughout history. And you wake up today and they screaming about unity, and it's just the oddest thing. But it's like one of these people said a few minutes ago, and I keep saying the same thing. I agree with him. They're not even unified on that continent. Okay, they're not even unified in the same country. Nigerians are not unified with other Nigerians. Ghanaians are not unified with other Ghanaians. And then you got the different countries. They're not unified. They're not unified on that continent at all. They've never been unified. That's why the European and the Arabs and whoever else wanted to come along and enslave them and do all these things to them. That's why they were so it was so easy for them to do because they were always selling each other out. They selling their own people into slavery from every which even before the whole European thing. The Arabs were over there doing the exact same thing, and they were be corrupt and selling themselves to the Arabs, and probably still to this day. It's just so chaotic. But there's no way anybody in their right mind outside of that continent would allow these people to come in and say, "Oh, we want to unify with you." For what? Y'all, honestly, what people look at y'all as like traitors. Y'all can't be trusted because look at what you do to each other. That's what we look at, what you do to each other, the way you treat your own people. Like it's like almost it's probably one country over there that can self-govern. I think it's South Africa, maybe Morocco or something like that. Up in the north, they seem to be civilized up there, but everything down below that, it look like hell. That place is like hell on earth. Most of those countries, because y'all fight and y'all are so corrupt. It's almost like y'all are demons. Something is wrong there, and y'all have not been able to be great for seem like thousands of years now. And they always want to go and talk about what they did in the past,
Mhm.
like 500, 600 years ago, like
Okay, land your
Egypt or
plane.
something. Most of those countries are nothing like Egypt, and Egypt can't even get back up and build itself up again. So there's something spiritual going on there. It's not even, I think I'm telling you, that place is
Wait a
hell.
minute, land your plane,
Oh,
Cleopatra.
but that's it, though, because I will go on and on.
Wait a minute, listen, Cleopatra. I saw a
Mhm.
video, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Brian, you might have saw it. Brian Jehovah, he made it. And it was a girl, it was a lady from Nigeria. She was crying so hard. She was like, it's 7 planets. She named like 7 planets, how many other countries, and something else. And she was like, and I had to be and I landed in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Why? It was so sad.
it is sad, and
It was
I
like out of
felt
all the
bad for her.
places on the earth, on planet Earth. I mean, she not even, yeah, on planet Earth. She was crying so hard. Why did I have to be born in Nigeria?
I saw that.
Let
I
me
said a
tell you,
prayer for her
every country
because
has
you
their
know what?
problem.
That president they got over there, he is a demon. Like I don't. I'm telling, this stuff is bigger than just people. People, this stuff is
Yeah,
spiritual. That
yeah,
place is hell. If you go, I don't know who on here read the Bible or not, but it's all
it's
there.
sad.
That place is hell. Those
But
people are
listen,
demonic.
I don't know
Please,
if it's
please,
I don't know if it's
don't speak
I
bad
don't
about
know
my country.
I
I've never
don't know
spoken
if,
bad about
listen, hold
America.
on. It's not your turn, sir. The people who don't know where they come from talking. But yeah, it's so sad. I think it might be, it's something spiritual going on because for some reason a man from Kenya was up here yesterday and he let us know that it's about what did he say, 50 million people, so many tribes, so many different languages, all in that one country.
Hmm.
And so, can you imagine? It's 54 countries over there. How many different tribes and languages it is on
Hmm.
that whole continent? How
Hmm.
do y'all think? This is a question for y'all. Or no, I'm gonna ask you, Black. How do you think that it's going to get fixed with all these different tribes, all these different languages, all these different belief systems? Do you think
I
that'll
say,
ever get changed?
No, until we can realize that we are not united, we're always gonna have these issues. And Miss Love, if I would just add, right? If you have a
Uh-huh.
child, if you have a child, your child go to live with someone, and tomorrow that child is doing well, and you never check on that child, had nothing to do with that child, and that child becomes successful, you think that child will want to identify with you? No, because you haven't gotten your life together. So I can understand to a degree where the Black Americans are coming
But
from.
not only that, Black, plus where you been
Hmm.
all my life.
Right. Where have you been all my life? Now you want to claim me because I'm successful? No, I don't want to identify with you. We fight each other, and it's sad. We look down on each other. We see each other even at the grocery store. We don't even acknowledge each other. You know what I'm saying? So some of the issues got to be addressed.
Brother, don't judge a little
Bro, you
people
call me,
among the
listen,
rest.
listen. I understand. You call me brother right now. If you see me out there, bro, you won't even give me a ride, bro. Let's be real. You won't even want to identify with me until we can start working together and not just using the term brother, and we start acting as brothers. Then maybe the Black American would say, "Hey, you know what? These are my people over here. I like this. I want to be a part of them again." But right now, these people don't need us. They can choose not to identify as Africans. They don't need us because we left them. We never unite. They came back to Africa to help us at some point in time. But guess what? We still fighting. It's Nigerian, it's Liberian, it's Sierra Leonean. We're not working together, bro. Let's be real. I have argued with all these folks on this platform right here when I first got here, and we might still argue again, but we gotta face reality, bro. Until we can start working together with unity, then maybe they might say, "Hey, these are our people." But right now, they don't need us, so they don't have to claim to be Africans or anything else. They can be who they want to be. So I will land.
Can I
My
say
brother, no
this?
matter no
Can
matter how
hold
you
on, study,
you'll be
hold on, because before you start lying, just let me say this. Black, I want to congratulate you, the level of maturity that you've reached, because I remember having conversations with him a few months ago, and he wasn't at this point. But that's the first part of healing, being able to admit and taking accountability. And I just
Yeah.
think that it's really sad that, he said that even Africans will pass each other by. When Black men see women at a bus stop, or if even us Black women, when we see our people at bus stops and stuff and they have children, it may be cold, we offer them a ride. We don't just leave our people behind like that. Our culture is completely different, and the level of we have a certain conviction for each other. We like to take responsibility for one another, and we care for each other, and we embrace each other whether we know each other or not, and that's like natural for us to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like, when it comes to Africans and what happens to in Africa with the way that they're over there, selling each other and doing all those different things and selling each other out. I just don't understand why y'all can't get together and jump those leaders.
What I
Right,
said. That's
right,
I
what
don't
I
right,
said,
right,
understand it.
American,
right.
I
because
mean, I
they
we
outnumber them like
exactly,
crazy.
we would be upside their head. We would have been upside them people heads. So that's
Okay.
something that we
Okay.
can't relate to.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It
Can
ain't
I
your
address the
time.
point?
Okay, all right, all right. You see, let me tell you something. What? Let me just. It's gonna be a teachable moment. Let me first say, we don't want to have to fight with y'all day and night. Hopefully, everybody can get to the place Black 40 at. But when you come up on people panel, you wipe your feet off. You knock on the door. Okay, you just don't come up and just say, "All right, all right, all right." Like, "All right, shut up now. Let me respond." No, that's not how it works here in the United States of America, especially in this house you in right now. Okay, so we're going to get to you as soon as possible. I appreciate you coming up so you can voice what you were saying in the comments, and maybe we can get a better understanding of each other. But right now it's Uncle Tony's turn. He's been waiting a long time. Okay, Vaughn?
Okay. You can rotate me, Miss Love, because I'm about to clock out from
All
work.
right. Okay,
Alrighty.
all right, see you later, Black.
Thank
All
you are
you.
a
right.
disgrace to
Well,
Africa. You are a
Uh,
disgrace to Africa.
um,
I I I,
Black,
I found
Miss
it.
Uncle
Let me
Tony.
address the prompt first.
Yeah, yeah. First, what's your ethnicity for the people in the room, Uncle Tony?
I am Black American, and we like to say we are before America. Our
Okay.
family,
Yeah.
we are before America. It was no America, so I
Mm-hmm.
said that. But it's amusing to see these brothers going back and forth with our Black sisters. Now y'all see the core of the strength, and we don't even have to say anything. the brothers. I just look. I said, you don't know who you're dealing with, the black sisters. So we don't even have to say anything. That's the core. That's the strength. That's our mothers, our grandmothers, great. I can track mine to 6 grandmothers, 1700s. Now y'all getting a sample of the strength. Our women are the strongest in the world. There's y'all getting a sample of that. So we don't even have to make a comment because we know they can handle business, and we don't even have to step in, because if they're like that, you can imagine how we can be. But they handle business, and so y'all can see. And when you say we don't know who we are, we have good documentations. I can go back to the 1700s, and it's to a native girl. And the name is, the last name, the tribal name is Tati. Okay? Saponi people. We can track, one thing about America, we can track our history and our great lineage. Grandfathers, postmaster generals, business people, 1800s, 1700s. If you ever have any doubt, I can give you dates of everyone, and they are historic in American records because we built this country. They know who we are. But you guys going back and forth with our women, that's not good. That's not a good representation. We wouldn't do that with your women. But you're doing that with our women, but they can handle themselves. You know? So y'all going to get a sample of our women, the strongest women in the world. And you're not going to be able to defeat them or out-debate them. You might as well give that up. They will never stop. So I'm going to land there. So you guys going to learn that sometimes we don't even debate them because they will keep going. So it's hopeless that what you're trying to do. So I'm going to end there, and sister, keep running it, and love y'all. Okay.
Ladies, Uncle Tony. See you next time.
We love you
Take care.
too.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Love you
Tony.
too. And I wanted to address somebody who identified as from the Yoruba tribe. I want to ask you a question. How do you feel about the
Wait a minute,
Koreans?
Cleopatra. You got to
Uh-huh.
roll your dice.
Oh,
And
where
I
do I
mean,
get
it's a
dice
whole
from?
order because it was Uncle Tony's turn. So we got to get to the next person until we get to open panel.
Oh, okay. I got a question for him too. Thank
Who
you.
was it?
One of these guys identified from the Yoruba tribe, and I just wanted to
Any
ask,
one of y'all from the Yoruba tribe?
Yes, I'm Yoruba. I'm a Yoruba man.
how do you
Oh,
feel about those
goodness.
Koreans trademarking Yoruba? How do you feel about that?
Oh, Uncle Tony, you want to come
Well,
back up?
let me tell you something. As a black man, as an African, we don't stop anybody from expanding our identity.
Mm.
It's also good for us because people that have not heard of Yoruba before, they will see and they will say, where is this name coming from? Oh, it's coming from somewhere in Africa. That's why up to today, the slave taken to the Caribbean, they still speak our language and they still worship the same gods that we worship. And they still
So
name
you're
their kids.
proud that the Koreans trademark your tribe Yoruba. Okay, I got it.
And also,
Make
love,
this
Miss
up.
this woman of love. I want to tell you, Akata is not a derogatory word. Is a word that a Yoruba man use to is a friendly word that we use with ourselves, especially when we travel, like a family travel for many years
The
abroad.
fact that you are dumb as hell to get up here thinking we
Hey,
dumb as hell.
woman,
You dumb.
wash your
You
mouth,
are dumb to think we're that
watch your
dumb.
mouth. You don't talk to a man like
Okay,
that.
I'm
Watch
not
your mouth.
watching a damn thing. Okay, I
Wash
will
your mouth.
don't I will kick
In
you in your
Africa,
ass
woman
up
respect
here
men.
telling a
They
damn lie.
respect men. They don't talk. They
Just
don't.
shut. Oh no, I don't respect you. You're not a man. I have a man, and you're far from it. You fleer the hell
Well,
out of here. Up
he's
here
a liar
lying,
as well because he knows good and
lying
well
his ass
Akata
off.
is a slur that that is hurled at Black Americans, Negroes by the Nigerians. Y'all, you know that. I mean,
Yeah.
we know that, but the fact that you sitting up here lying does not help your case of being a fraud, okay, a scammer and a liar.
Talk about the infant mortality rate in your country. How all of your women are unaliving every 7 damn minutes because your doctors and nurses have fake degrees over there and you still have medical equipment from 19 damn 76. But y'all bring y'all sorry tired asses over here and flex on somebody. You can't flex on us. Are you serious? We don't have
And black
equipment in our
American men
hospitals
are not
from
unaliving your
1776.
women
You
over
are
there.
you are not a man, sir. Men don't
Single mother
run
are
and
not
leave their country.
on the high side
Men
in
do not
America.
run and leave their children orphans and with no health
What kind
care.
of man will even stay
Men
with you
will
Can I
woman
fight
that
for
address the
their
prompt,
talks
land.
over
please?
him like this? You
Men,
don't have
real
any
men
respect for
will
man.
fight for their land. I don't have no respect
Can I
for no
address the
punk ass
prompt, please?
monkey. I sure don't. I do
You're
not have
Can
no
I
nonsense.
respect
address the
You're a
for
prompt,
no
please?
punk
monstrous
ass monkey. Okay? So
nonsense.
don't get up here telling me women have respect. F
Can
y'all.
I
We
address the
are black
prompt,
American,
please?
indigenous American women. We don't play that shit. You talking to the wrong ones. You better go talk to them weak ass women in your country because if y'all came at us whooping our ass like y'all do y'all women, we will F y'all ass up, okay? And send you in the bushes with the damn monkeys you love to eat
Can
so
I
much.
come in?
So
Can
don't
Because
I
get
come
your
there is
in?
no
ass up
moral
Can I
here
in
come
black
in?
telling
American
us what
community.
we
Your
need to
parents
do
don't
about.
teach you moral.
We
In
It's
don't
okay.
Africa,
Can I
respect
come
women are
in?
men.
taught
We
morals.
don't
They
respect
are taught
men
to
who are not
respect the
men.
men.
You are not
Can
a
I come
man.
in?
You are not a
Can I?
man
You don't talk
because you
Can
when
I
are
men
come
are
in?
here.
talking. You keep
You are
quiet.
here in America when you should be home
Can
fixing
I come
your
in?
decrepit piece of shit
It's all right.
country.
You made your point.
You
Can
are
I come
not
in?
a man, so I don't respect you at all.
Can I come in? Can I come in,
Hell
please?
no, you can't. If you can talk over me, you can. But since you can't, I'ma just keep going. You need to stop eating them damn monkeys out the bushes. Y'all need to stop unaliving them dogs. Y'all got the biggest damn dog market in the world, in Nigeria, from y'all eating dogs and monkeys. I mean, you guys do not deserve animals
Can
over
you
there
just keep
because you're
quiet?
savage.
Can you just
You
keep
know,
quiet?
you're a bunch of savages,
Can you just
sir.
keep
I don't
quiet?
respect savages. I
Is this how
don't.
you talk to your husband at home? Can
No,
your
I
husband
talk
control
to
you at
him with
home?
love. You know why? Because he's a man. He goes to work. He pays all the bills. He's ready for the fight. He's a real man. You, on the other hand, you
You
run
need
and
to
you
come to
leave your
Africa so they
wives
can
and
teach
you
you
leave
African
your
culture.
children
African
and you
women
come
don't
over
talk like this
here.
to men. They are always
What are
respectful.
you all doing about Boko Haram over there? Well, you speaking on women.
Not a
Y'all are not
damn
protecting those
thing.
Hold
women
on.
or those children from
They are,
Boko
yes,
Haram.
thank you.
Y'all are
They
not
are
doing
over there
anything about Boko
be
Haram.
So bad.
Can I please come
He
in?
thought you was gonna start talking. Now it's time for me to
Let
talk.
the
Now
man
you
talk.
I'm
him
about to
You
say.
run
don't
your
want to
ass
Can
talk.
I
over.
please
Let
come
him
in at
talk. Keep
No,
least?
hell
quiet.
no. We not listening to no damn bubblehead ass damn frog looking African. Shut your skinny arm ass up. Y'all are some weak ass, no muscle ass men. So-called men. That's what you are. Y'all ain't nothing but little ass boys in grown men bodies. Y'all are weak as hell. Why the hell y'all not going over there cleaning that nasty ass shit up over there in that country? That they had to sit here and damn organize a whole cleaning crew because y'all want to be trifling and disgusting. Y'all got them children running around that filth with flies all over them. Them women cooking outside in the damn forest with pots and little fucking twigs. Are you fucking serious? And then you sitting up here talking about you a goddamn man? Them little ass frogs, they sitting up here catching and gotta feed
You
15
know
people in
why?
the
You know
household.
why
No,
you are
shut your
talking like
ass
this.
up. We got
Why
some
can't you
damn
guys
If
mute
questions.
him
I
though?
don't give a
Why
shit
don't you
about
mute
nothing
him?
you got to damn say.
if
You
Why
damn
don't
if
you
our
mute
frog.
forefathers
him?
remain in Africa,
No,
they
we ain't
will
Why
got
don't you
still.
nothing
mute
that we
him?
ain't got nothing to say. Let me tell you something.
Why
If
don't you
our
Y'all are
mute him?
forefathers
nothing.
were
Y'all
still
ain't
living in
nothing but a
Africa,
bunch of whole bunch of
Hold on. Why don't
empty
you
ass
mute him? Why don't you
vessels
mute
with a
him?
whole bunch of goddamn mouth. You ain't
Why you
impressing
guys
us.
arguing
We
with
don't
him?
respect you because you don't respect your damn self. Go take care
Yeah.
of your damn households and your damn responsibility. You got all them damn children running around there with no damn shirts on and no bras and shit. Y'all are a bunch of whole freaky ass weirdos. Freaky frog ass weirdos. That's what y'all look like. Y'all pot belly asses. Okay? We're sick and tired of this shit. And then you want to come up here trying to tell us some shit. You can't tell us a damn thing. You ain't gonna come up here and try to tell us something. We gonna tell you a damn thing. Okay, y'all
Yeah.
are the most trifling, inhumane, non-human people I have ever met in my, never seen in my damn life. That is embarrassing as hell. They all over the internet airing y'all ass out, and you want to come up here and defend this shit like we sitting up here lying.
If the
Okay,
hatred
these
towards
people are
Africa make
going
you speak
live
better
Oh,
of
every
can you
us,
guys
single
mute
good
day.
for
him?
you.
Can somebody mute
Your
him for
women
now?
are over there going
Can
live
you
every
mute him?
day, busting y'all out. I don't see no damn men out there. They out there sitting out in the dirt cooking and shit with pots and little ass frogs and monkey and carrying on with spaghetti noodles. Okay, we see it with our own two eyes, and you ain't gonna sit up and gaslight and lie to us either.
Damn
See, that's what
That's
Carolyn.
what you
happens
ain't
though.
gonna do.
You got all now, and that's just a few problems y'all got over there. What about that Aladu festival in Orzoro Delta State where they have a great festival, Graping Women?
That's a
Y'all
lie. It's
ignoring
not
all of
rape.
this
It's not
abuse
rape.
over
It's
there of
not
y'all
rape.
women and
That's
children,
not a rape
and y'all are
festival.
so
That's
obsessed
not
with
a
what's
rape
going
festival.
on in America. Your
The
entire
people that
country
committed that
is
crime has been
your
arrested.
country is in shambles. Your people are starving. I mean, y'all have never had an electrical grid. Like y'all have so many issues, but y'all should be laser focused, okay, on making your country a place that is habitable for humans. Your country is inhabitable. It's literally hell. And like I said earlier, this is so much. It's like hell. It literally looks like hell. They say it smells like hell and
It's hot
everything
as
else.
hell. They
And I'm
shitting
y'all
all over
shouldn't
the
be focused
place.
on nothing else but
Hot.
fixing that.
And
Y'all
let me tell you,
outnumbered.
and as a woman, hold on, I'm sorry, sis. And as a woman, they sitting up here shitting all over the place, ain't got nowhere to take no damn bath and be clean and y'all sitting up here wanting to lay up y'all freaky frog looking asses. Y'all
And
ought
they
to be
get
ashamed of y'all damn self.
And
using
then
Women
banana
should be
leaves.
women.
with that said, you
This is
sitting
the
up here
reason
and
why
you
Y'all,
keep
African
calling
men
yourself a
are
man,
avoiding black
but
American
you
women
ignoring your
because you
father's
people lack
land. How you
respect.
gonna call
We
yourself
We
a
don't
don't give
care.
a
man?
damn
You
about your
calling yourself
men
a
A
being man.
man
point
We
and
don't
you
is,
want
leaving the
y'all.
children
These
and
hold
the
people
on,
are
women
Miss
scared to
in
Erica.
your
let a man
Hold
country
speak
on,
first.
everybody.
uncovered
Hold
to sit
on.
up here
Okay,
arguing.
showtime is over. Hold on. Please, thank God the African men don't want us because we sure in the hell don't want them. Okay.
okay.
All right. Let's get to I think it was Miss Cleopatra. Hey, Miss Cleopatra. And you next, Devon.
Is it
Not you.
another Cleopatra
Not
up here?
you.
You
Hold
talking to
on,
me?
Cleopatra.
Oh, not me.
No, Miss Cleopatra. Miss Cleopatra.
Yes, I am Cleopatra. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. I claim FBA ADOS, and I wanted to answer the prompt and say
Go
something else.
ahead.
What makes Black Americans Africans? For me, I'm not an African. Once I was sold off of the continent of Africa, I wanted to say I think it's really interesting. You have been able to do things that I have not been able to do. There have been tough topics I had wanted to talk about on Clubhouse. Some of these FBA and ADOS heathens tried to take me to task. They were disrespectful, but I salute you for doing what I could not do. People wanted to trash me, run me in the ground.
Wait a
Some of
minute,
these
Miss
topics,
Cleopatra. Miss Cleopatra, you talking to me?
yeah, I salute you.
Oh,
When I
listen.
was on,
Oh, listen.
when,
Oh, no. You know what? No, don't give up. The
no,
same
no, no.
happened.
Certain. I have other things that I do need to
I know, but
focus
I'm just
on.
saying, don't think it's just that I had my supporter and people didn't leave me. A lot of people probably wouldn't have left you
You
too.
some of the FBA and ADOS people were disrespectful, rude, and just too much. These are topics that we have to discuss, whether you
But
like
not on
them
here,
or
we
not.
not. Not up
No,
here, not
you
today.
we're,
Wait a
no
minute.
you
Hold on,
you
American. She talking about the topics that we talk about. These
yeah, you've
topics. She's
already
saying,
previously talked to
hold
them
on. I'm
about
gonna give you
them.
your time back. Just let me make it clear that American. American, come off mute for me.
Okay.
All right, so she's saying that she wanted to cultivate these kind of discussions too, but she was attacked by a certain sector of other Black Americans. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and she's saying so she salute us because we able to pull off these panels and these kind of conversations need to be had.
Oh, okay. Good, but I just not in front of these Africans. Probably not.
Right. Okay,
That's
go.
the only part.
Right.
I feel
Right.
you, but I don't think we should be having this conversation in front of no op.
Right. And
Absolutely
you
not.
absolutely right. I was about to get into my triggered bag.
He is
And you know what I
correct.
mean? But okay, go ahead, Miss
And then
Cleopatra.
the
But
other thing,
I feel you, Miss Cleopatra. But go ahead and address the prompt.
and the other thing with me wanting to hold the civil rights organizations accountable, I was called a Democratic shill. I was called out of my name, and then all of a sudden, I still post that we need to hold the NAACP, the Urban League. We need to hold these organizations accountable. And obviously, some people can see it that way. You can be on social media all you want, but if somebody needs to go talk to President Trump, it must be Mark Marion of the NAACP. People from the Divine Nine. I say I'm an AKA, I'm a Democratic shield, I'm trash, I'm this. You cannot want to work with the Divine Nine and talk to these groups so disrespectful. It's not going to work. I don't understand some of us who think that we can
I
do
don't know,
that.
but I don't think this is the
Yeah,
pen.
this
We're not
ain't the
about to
time
sit
for
up
that.
and do
The
this.
Oh, okay.
answer the
Well, you know
prompt.
what? I'm going to
Right. Let's talk about. We could
exit.
talk about something else. Or what? So did you answer the prompt? What makes
You
Black
know,
Americans African? Because we're not doing that here right now.
oh, well, I'm
I'm
gonna go ahead
sorry.
and
I don't agree with what you're doing. I don't like it. Please stop.
Wait a minute.
um.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Miss Cleopatra. Is that what that's what you wanted to come up here and do? Talk about
Well,
that?
I wanted, like I said, salute you and
I know, but then
congratulate you.
did you not want to discuss the prompt?
I
Because
did discuss the prompt,
okay, but then
and I said what?
You didn't know. You
I
didn't
know, but
answer
hold
it.
No,
on, Cleopatra. Hold on, everybody. Listen. So you addressed the prompt for like 5 seconds, right?
yeah, and I said for me, I don't see myself
Right.
as an
Okay, but then
African because
it was your
once,
intentions to spend the rest of the time talking about us?
no, I wanted to give you a salute
Okay,
and
well,
honor
thank
you.
you. Yeah, but that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, I love what you're doing,
Thank
but
you.
I've seen some craziness, and I'll land
Listen,
my plane. But
yeah,
thank you.
but that's what I'm saying. Okay, I see what you meant, America, but we can't. Don't try to get up here and use my platform to get down on us now. That ain't right.
Oh, you know that
Well,
sweetheart,
Oh,
that's
girl, I
fine.
think
I
you should
love
go and
what you're
seek some
doing.
All right,
therapy or
thank you, Miss
something. Thank
Cleopatra.
you.
Keep going with
I'm going to
whatever your
leave now.
endeavors are. Thank you
I'm
for
going to leave
coming
with
up.
this. You people are
You can
you
go, man,
form a
bro. You are
cult.
doing too
This
much.
is
No,
a
it's not
cult.
your turn. It's your
This is a
brother
cult.
turn. It's your
This is a
brother
cult.
turn. Go ahead, Vaughn.
All right, thanks for allowing me into
You
this
know I be
platform.
slow sometime, American.
That's fine. That's fine.
I
Look,
ain't
thanks for
It's
talking to
allowing
you.
okay,
me.
sis. That's why you got
And
me. I got you, sis. I know.
all right,
Nope.
all right. Okay, thanks for allowing me into the platform. Look, my
What's your
name is Ron.
ethnicity?
I'm from Ghana, so I'm from West Africa. Okay,
Okay, let
I'll
me ask
address
you.
the
I
prompt.
know you said
Yeah,
you from Ghana, but I just got a quick question before you address
yeah,
the prompt. Do you
yeah.
think y'all should tear down those slave castle tours and them slave castles over there? You think that should be tore down and demolished?
Can I address the prompt and then I'll
But
come back
can
to
you?
your question?
No,
Is
I
that
just
okay?
want to see what your thought is on that. Do you think y'all should demolish those slave castles over there in Ghana?
I feel like it leaves a trace of what do you call it? Sadness and what do you call it? Trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So look, whatever the governments decide to do with it, that is up to,
But ain't
as
you
an
Ghanaian?
individual.
Ain't you Ghanaian?
Yeah, I'm Ghanaian, but you are
Uh,
asking my opinion, yeah? So
right.
I'm
So
giving you
you
my
said whatever
opinion.
the Ghanaians think. Okay. So the one more
I'm giving you
question.
my opinion.
Okay, one more question about
Yeah,
that. So
absolutely.
do you think y'all should split some of that money y'all make off those slave tours over there in Ghana with Black Americans, Caribbeans in the South, anybody affected by the transatlantic slave trade? Do you think we should get a
Uh,
cut of that money?
if I was part of the government, I would probably think about that
You would
because I
think
think
about it.
that
All right, go ahead
And
and address the
yes,
prompt.
there
if
you
I was
go.
part of the government,
That
yes.
Okay, go ahead
So
and
okay,
address the prompt.
exactly. So look, what makes Black American Africans? All right, look, I don't think any at this point in time, nothing makes Black Americans Africans. Why am I saying that? Yes, in the past, in the 17th century, There was slave trade. Some people were taken to Virginia, and that group of people multiplied, and whatever happened later happened. Currently, for us Africans, we do have our flaws, and whatever is going on in our own countries, we are trying to figure out how to develop and do things because of civilization. Yeah. So look, Black Americans are Black Americans. A lot of them came from Africa. They've established themselves there. They've developed that American country the way they want it to be. They have a different lifestyle to us Africans coming from Africa or Africans living in Africa. Yes, I heard you guys talking about a lot of flaws, how people behave and all of that. Yes, we have a very bad leadership in Africa. The only thing that makes a country better is the leadership. And our leaders obviously are still learning. Either they've already learned and they are just corrupt, or they are still learning. I don't know. It's been a long time. Ghana became independent in 1957. And since that time, a lot of things has happened. Like I'm saying, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Africa itself has a lot of things happening in Africa that we need to look at and see how best to go about it. But I don't want people to bash Africans because we are still learning how to get out of this debacle that we are in. You know what I mean? Like I can agree that look, a lot of Africans, to be honest with you, we are naturalists. Okay, so if you come to where I live, which is Australia, the indigenes of Australia, which is the Aboriginal people, they still live in the bush. That is what they want to do. When the
Okay,
white man came here,
your time.
what is that?
Your clock stopped, sir. But
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll mute.
but listen, you don't have to mute. But however, you didn't mention all the things they said. You've been in this room because I saw you in the comments. You want to talk about you don't like people that bash Africans. However, these people are in our country bashing us, and we were polite to everybody until we wasn't no more. But you get up
Yes,
here,
so
and that's one thing I don't like about y'all. Y'all try to play
no,
victim,
it's okay. If
but
you ask
people
me a
get up here.
question,
No, I'm just stating my statement. People get up here,
yes, you
talk
just
all
ask
this
me.
trash, and then now you want to overtalk me because I'm a woman. Don't make me call one of my. Don't let me put Greg Nice on you. I'm trying to finish my thought. But I'm just saying, y'all get up here and talk all this craziness, and then you want to act so one-sided, talking about you don't like when people bash African. Ain't nobody lying on you, but y'all sit up here with lies and insults day in and day out. But I just had to say that. Next time you should talk about both sides instead
I
of
did
what you
not
don't
say any
like, because
lies.
I don't like it either. I don't like to be
I did
called
not
a
say any
slave.
lies.
I don't like to be called a cotton picker. I don't like to be called a baby mama. I don't
Nobody
like
is
to be
calling you
called
Akanta. Whether you
powerless.
like it or not, you are African. Period. Good night.
Why are you guys okay, so this is it, yeah? I have not opposed anything that you have said.
I
You
know. I'm
love,
just
I'm not
telling you. I'm telling you.
yeah, but
When I'm listen. Hold
you
on.
are
I'm telling
bashing
you
me.
that because you sitting up here talking about you don't like when people bash Africans. We don't like it either. We don't like to be bashed
I
either.
didn't say that I don't like it when people bash Africa.
You
I
did
said
say
that
that. Did you
Africans,
not say that?
no, I said Africans are
Yes.
figuring it out. Africans are figuring it out. We are still learning about
Well, y'all
civilization.
should stay in y'all countries until y'all figure it out, and then come to somebody else's country. Cause ain't nobody got time to be waiting till
Do
y'all
you
figure it out.
agree? Do you agree that your great grandfathers were slaves that were taken to America though? Do you agree with
You
that?
know what I agree to? I agree to that your great grandfather was a slave seller. I definitely know that for a fact. But as
Yes.
far as my great great grandfather, I don't know nothing about that. Being, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know about that. I haven't found a slave yet. All of us was not enslaved. All of our ancestry don't go back to slavery. Everybody black in this country or on this soil did not experience a slavery past.
So
I
who
don't
were
know.
the
Did you
cotton
know that,
pickers?
or did you think everybody
Who
was a
were the people
slave?
on the cotton farm? Who were the people on the cotton farms?
Greg, you want to answer him?
Indigenous
There were
Black American
indigenous
Indians. What the hell?
blacks in this country long
So you guys
before
are saying
any white
that
man.
Wait, talk to
there was no
Greg.
slave
Talk to
trade?
Greg. Go ahead, Greg.
there were indigenous black folks here long before the white man ever touched this country. When the first white man came over here, Leif Erikson of the Viking, there was a scroll that he wrote describing the people he ran into in this country, in Canada and in North America, what we call the United States now. Those were dark-skinned people with funny hair. They weren't describing themselves, sir. They were describing other black melanated people. So once
You have
again,
source? You have a source?
your vast education is not vast enough, sir.
Okay, Mr. Greg, can you? Yeah, I got you. I would like to have this conversation with you. So, were there any slaves during the transatlantic slave trade of black people moving out of West Africa and part of Africa into America? I want to ask
In
you
the
that. Is that true or not?
150 years of the slave trade, because you know there was only 150 years of trade. Only 300,000, less than 300,000 Africans came to this country. By the end of slavery, there was over
Hmm.
4 million. Where did those people come from, sir?
Okay, so I don't know where they might have come from, but you are saying that you guys were actually the like indigens of America. That there was nothing. Okay, have you? If you just ask Alexa, how did African or Black Americans get into America? If you just ask Alexa this question, or even Google it, or go to ChatGTP
Oh,
or
Lord.
GPT anywhere, I would like you to do that research and read it out to your
I've
audience,
done the research, sir. And Google
bro.
and Alexa ain't the answers. You got to get into a actual book and read actual books that happened at that time, sir. No, I don't
Okay,
believe anything that any computer says, bro. That
okay,
doesn't refer to any research that black people have made finding out
yep.
about people who were here prior to anybody getting here, sir. And like, let me ask
Okay,
you a
so
question.
you, so Black Americans are
Whoa, Afro brother. Let me ask you a question, Bob.
sure, sure, sure.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you believe that
Mm-hmm.
Africans, those well, what we call Africans today, black
Mm-hmm.
melanated people, prior
Mm-hmm.
to the continent separating, do you believe that black
Mm-hmm.
people went all over the planet?
Yes, I believe that.
If you believe that, then why is it so hard to believe that there were black people in America?
No, I'm not. I'm not disapproving what you are saying.
See what you did? See what you did?
No, no,
You
no. You don't. You don't. You
contradicted
don't
yourself,
understand.
sir.
Yeah.
No,
There's
no.
something.
I understand very clearly what you said. You said yes.
Yep.
So then I followed up with the question, why is it hard to believe that there were not melanated people on this part of the continent?
I
If
never
if
said
we
that. I
traveled
never said
all
that.
over, if we traveled
I
all over
never
the
said that in my
globe
comment,
when
though.
the, when the land was not separated, sir. Come on, man. You got to make it
Okay,
make
so this is it. I never opposed, okay, that there were dark skinned people in America at the time. However, there was a portion of the history that there were black people taken from Africa into America. So if
and
that
and
is
and
not
the white
on,
whoa, and the white man recorded how many came over here, sir. Only 300,000 in the span of 150 years.
fair enough. So you are saying that your generation were not the slaves, that they were already established there,
There
and the
were some
slaves
people.
were
Hold
different.
on. Whoa.
Mhm,
There were some people
mhm.
who have lineage that came from slavery. That's no doubt about it. Probably the
Okay.
majority of us have ancestors who came out of that. But what we're saying is, and we're saying for the sake of argument, because again, you have to come up with 3.7 million other people who happen to be on the land when slavery ended, and that was an official count. So you gotta tell me where those 3.7 million people came from, brother.
Okay, so once again, I'm not disputing anything you are saying. We have agreed that black people had been moving all around the world. That is true. You are saying that there was an establishment of black people before the
You have to
transatlantic
understand.
slave trade happened. No, okay, so during the transatlantic trade, yes, there was some Africans that came to America. Now, if we are uneducated about the fact that there were already black people What we know is that in the past there were black Indians or some Indian, whatever they call them, that were in America before people came in, and then the white people came in and invaded and took over and all of that. But what we know from Africa is that there were cotton pickers, and these were the people that became black Americans. So if you are telling me today that there were already black people there, and that a gentleman like you, when I send a picture of mine onto anybody's page, you guys will not be able to differentiate whether I'm an African or I'm black American, because
Now
I may
that's a
look black
bold
American.
faced lie. We can tell
No,
you. We can tell you apart, bro. Like I wish you
you
Africans
you
would
want to you
stop
want to
that
message me?
lie. You
What I'm saying
can't,
is this, yeah.
mother. I would love to see your picture and put it up against mine.
Yes, I'll send you my
We are
picture.
not the
Text me and I'll
same.
send you my picture,
We are
and
not
I'll ask
the
you.
same, sir. You got to
Okay,
understand this. Science has told us that black
yeah.
Americans are not the same as the Africans on the west coast of Africa. We are not the same
So
people,
why
bro.
is it that when they do DNA tests, it traces their DNA to part
DNA
of
is
Africa?
trash, sir. It's
So
not.
you
It's
are
not.
you are
It's not.
disapproving all of this.
DNA is
DNA
not.
tests are wrong.
DNA
Everything
is
is
not
wrong.
an established science for ethnicity, sir. Everybody has DNA from Africa. Everybody, even the cracker, has DNA.
Oh, so you guys
So
are from
no,
Africa
you
then,
cannot use that, sir.
First of all, no.
bro?
Hell, shut your Rafiki
Ticklish
ass up.
tether. Again, a
Right.
ticklish tether.
So first of all, there were indigenous people here already. And I don't understand what is so hard to imagine about black people being all over the whole planet. They didn't necessarily come from no damn Africa. Okay. So what is being explained to you, Peanut Head, is there were small amount of Africans that came here, but there were large population of indigenous people that were here, and they mixed. So they're no longer African. What do you not understand about that? And slavery does not equal African, because there were indigenous people that were picking cotton, because the cotton they were picking was their own damn cotton, and they was picking that shit before the white people even came here. I don't know
So you are
what
saying
you
that the
I don't
white
know.
people, the
Listen
white.
here. Listen, shush. If you just listen and stop doing so much talking, y'all talk too much. There were people already here picking cotton prior to the white tea man coming here, because it was their land they were picking the damn cotton on. I don't know what's so hard to understand about this. And just because people were enslaved does not mean that they were African. Okay, you understand that?
So what happened in Django, the movie that where
Lord
they.
have mercy.
You're
Oh,
No,
referring to
why do
our
you want to want
history
to have a
from a movie.
conversation?
Are you referencing our history from a movie, sir?
Would you like? Why don't you want to have a conversation? Do you guys want to have
and
a
and
conversation, or
let's
you
and
want to be
What are
rude?
you talking
we
about?
can't have conversation
It's like
with somebody that's not willing to listen and absorb the
I'm
information.
listening.
No, you come up here with the notion that you know all the damn answers. So what the hell you coming up here asking us anything for? You can't work with somebody who think they know everything. Now, if you genuinely want to learn, then sit back, be quiet, let us answer the questions that you're asking, and be like, okay, well, let me go research this. You don't know anything, and you damn sure don't know our damn history. So shut your ass up.
Okay, Greg. Can we,
Go ahead,
Greg?
bro.
May I ask you a question? May I ask you a question? I asked a question earlier. I said, what are most
Man, he
uh,
asking too many
black
questions and ain't
Americans?
resolving to no answers. He don't want to listen. He do not.
No, Greg is okay. Greg is okay to listen.
We're about
Greg,
to move
you
on from him.
Yeah,
Vaughn,
thank
stay
you.
on mute.
He don't
Um,
want to hear it.
right, stay on mute.
Okay. It's
Marcel.
Afro time. It's Afro
Oh,
Yeah,
time.
okay,
Marcelino.
Oh yeah,
okay,
Marcelino. My bad.
yeah.
It's
Marcelino, what's
okay.
your ethnicity?
African American. I mean, I'm sorry, Black American Negro.
All right, you want to address the
And
point?
yes, we are different from Africans. But the thing about it, everybody, life began in Africa. The Garden of Eden was in Africa. And so that's where life and civilization began. But also the
It's
first
not.
world ruler, which was Nimrod, he was African. And so I believe that, like we said earlier, everything is spiritual. Everybody that's alive now came from one of the sons of Noah, one of the three sons of Noah. Ham, they were the Africans. We
They
black
weren't from Africa though.
Americans were Shem, and the white people came from
Please don't
Japheth.
come off mute.
Yeah,
Go ahead, sir.
The white people
If you
came
want
from
a
Japheth.
rebuttal, tap your profile and roll your dice, and you will get your rebuttal time. Go ahead, sir.
And, okay, and so the white people came from Japheth. Now Ham, the Africans, they were the first world rulers. Matter of fact, the Africans were our first enslavers. So we are Shem, which we are God's chosen people. Well, I'm not saying to make us better or worse than anybody, but Hamites and Africans were our first world rulers. The Philistines, they were black people. And so, yes, there were Africans here in America, which I mean, you can go by, if you search history, even like the gold tips, the big, large African heads or whatever. And I also like to say everything is spiritual. And I feel like we all have our problems. Africans have their problems. We Black Americans have our problems. We can't throw stones at them. They can't throw stones at us. God has given everybody a chance to
We
rule. The
can,
Africans were,
though. We can throw
oh,
stones,
okay, well, the
especially if
Africans,
people in our country being disrespectful. We're gonna throw
I,
bricks.
I agree. But like I said, Africans were the first world rulers. Then we ruled at one time. Now is the time of the Gentiles. God has given the white Europeans, this is their time to rule. God is going to give everybody a chance to rule. The
Lord,
Bible said,
y'all really need to get off that Christianity. I'm
okay,
serious.
but see,
I'm
life had to start.
serious. Y'all are not reading that Bible correctly.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, but life had to start somewhere. Life didn't just all of a sudden pop up and begin because you
Okay,
have
sir,
order.
land your plane. I see the
Okay,
dice. I see them, you guys. I see your dice.
okay.
All right,
So the
hold
point I'm
on. You
saying,
got people want to talk to you. Go ahead, American.
okay, okay.
The guy in the purple. What's that? American product. Go ahead.
How y'all doing? Hey, my
Good.
fault love for coming off, but I
What's
just
your
can't. I
ethnicity,
can't
real
keep it.
quick?
That was my
I'm Black
turn. I
American,
came before
100%,
Okay.
American.
He got
100%,
rebuttals.
all the way up and down.
Go ahead. That's a
My
rebuttal
point
after.
is, I don't mean to come off. First of all, my apologies to you from coming off my mic. Second of
Okay.
all, this creation story is the whole Africa thing. It's not that. Life started, the first land to rise after a great flood was America. So if the creation story started here and we took it to the now and everywhere else, these people ain't created nothing. They can't create nothing. They ain't gonna create nothing. We are the creators of civilization. Noah, Adam, all that started from the land right here. These people come with that
Oh,
Christianity and that Bible. The Bible is wrote in a whole different aspect. What people need to understand, white people didn't create the Bible. So white people in the Bible creating something right now or ruling something, that's totally foul. We are the creators of this. We created something. Everybody else is absent to us.
Move.
So when you want to
Move.
start talking about who created something, we created this, and we took everything everywhere else over the world. These people ain't created nothing. The creation story started right here.
well, if it
That's
started
all I
right
want to
here,
say.
so if it started right here, okay, when you get to slavery, so what you saying? They came and they conquered everybody here and made slaves out of everybody here. Is that what you're saying?
There's
That's
slavery
what
in
I'm
the
Yes.
saying.
Bible, though. Weren't
That's
there
what I'm
slaves
saying.
in the Bible? Come on, man. Slavery is
Okay,
nothing new, sir.
okay,
What makes you think Africans really created something? And look at Africa right now. Look at the whole continent of Africa. Who
okay.
run into Africa for the creation of anything? Nobody.
No, like okay, like I said, they ruled at one point, then we
No,
ruled.
no, no,
Now
no, no,
European.
no, no.
That's why
So
Europeans
the
are
ruling,
doing it
so
now.
so so everybody took turns ruling something, right? That's
Right?
what you're
Yeah,
saying.
exactly. Yeah, right. That's what I'm
That
saying.
ain't
Yes.
that's impossible, man. That's
Okay.
impossible,
How's it?
man.
Okay. Well, how is it
How is it
impossible?
possible when they created something and then somebody else came? Oh, now you the creator. Then somebody else came. Now you the creator. Now somebody else came. Now the Europeans. Come on, man. You sound. I don't
And
want to disrespect you, but you sound stupid.
right. And then with that even with that thought process, if you want to go along with the Bible, that's not even what the Bible says.
What
If
do you
you want to
mean?
talk about the Bible, no, it said that It was Jacob and Esau, one was taken by the heel, and one shall rule the world, and the other one would be under them. Okay, so for
Oh,
even
I'm
when
sorry.
you want to go according to the Bible, what you're saying is not even accurate.
Okay, what
I'm,
I'm
I'm gonna
saying is
say this, and
Right.
I'm gonna fall
we
down.
were
I'm gonna
we
say
were
this, and I'm gonna
enslaved
fall
in
down.
Egypt. Okay,
While everybody running all over the world, y'all need to run to Utah, Arizona, and figure out what's going on over there. Because that's the creation story right there. All this other shit, Africa and all this, there's no places in Africa where nobody was even creating nothing. Adam was
they
here.
they
Adam is the man of the brown soil. Where's the brown soil? America.
right. You're right. Now Adam was black. That's true. 'Cause he came from the Adam was black in the beginning. Like I
Adam
said,
came from the
everybody,
dirt.
the first people created were black people. I agree. That's
So
definitely
why does it
true.
gotta be Africa if the first people created was black? Why does it have to be Africa? Or is that what you was told, or that's what you read?
No, okay, we all go by from what we read because none of us were here from the beginning. So the
No,
thing
we don't
about it
go by
is,
what
if
we
you
read.
if you
There's several
dig,
different knowledges out there to read off of. Now you gonna go with what the
that's what I'm saying.
Europeans said, or you gonna do your own research?
No, but the Bible were written by black people. The people of the Bible are black people. The people of the
And
Bible are not
we
white
know all
people.
that, but what we saying is you putting Africa in the place where America is, and that's not possible when America is the land of everything.
No, we came from. If you go back and look at some of the old
Not we.
maps,
Just
the
say you.
reason,
When you
the,
saying that, say you
the
came
re,
from.
okay, the reason we're called Negroes is because we came from Negro land in
Oh
Africa.
man,
No,
yeah.
it
If you
was
go back and look,
not. Wait a minute. It was not. Hold on. It was not in Africa. Okay? It was
where was it
not
from?
in Africa. So I wish y'all would stop saying that. It was not in Africa. And another thing, too, why do you think the Roman Catholic Church took those maps that used to be in the Bible? I know everybody over the age of 40 remembers there was a map in the Bible. They took it out the Bible because that was the original map and it showed America being the motherland. Okay? Go back and do some more research. And I wish y'all would just stop spewing all these lies and just go
So
do the research.
Can I please
that
I
answer
don't
the
want to
question?
call you, I'm not even
that
going to call you no names or anything like that. And Siobhan, shut your ass up. And I don't want to call you no names. And I know you probably a little older and stuff, but just go do some more research.
okay. Well, like I said, as far as the research I know, there's evidence of slave ships that's present today. You can go back, you can find those. Matter of fact, Dante Fortson, who has done a lot of research on Hebrews and slave ships, and coming from the west coast of Africa, we were shipped to Spain, we were
How
kicked out
far
of
is
Spain.
Africa from the United States, sir? How far is Africa
Uh,
from the United States?
I'm not for sure. I'm not for
Right.
sure exactly.
Right. That's
I'm sure if it was
y'all
anything, the
need to go
Smithsonian
and
would have it.
research. Y'all
The
need to go and
Smithsonian ain't got it though. So what he talking about?
also I'm saying
That,
Smithsonian don't have these boats.
but
y'all got to
like I
go
said, but
and listen. The only boats that we have evidence of that people came on them are white people.
no,
Them
ma'am.
people from Ellis Island. Those are the only ones that you see that are have actual shits with people with actual pictures. Those are the only
Um,
people.
and
You
and
saying
then the
there's
African
uh
said
there's
something
some
about. Didn't the
yes,
African say something about our great grandparents was enslaved? Didn't he say that?
who? And
right.
all of us weren't slaves. Let's be clear
I'm I'm
about that
Well,
too. All our
Are you
families
I'm
right?
50.
weren't enslaved.
I'm 50 years old. I'm 50 years old. My great grandmother just died 8 months ago. So me
Unalived.
and her never talked
Unalived.
about no slave. Well,
Hold on.
unalive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
What
we
the
ain't
thing
never.
about?
She ain't never told me about no slave. So what is he talking about?
right. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Because every
That
family wasn't enslaved. I'm okay.
Can I
well, I'm
please?
going to say this. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to. The majority of us that came over here were slaves. I'm not saying there weren't free people. I'm not saying there were black people were the first people here on this continent. I agree with that. But also, millions of us were enslaved and brought here from Africa.
Can I please ask a
Billy,
And
question?
well, like I said,
sir,
we're not Africans. They're different from us.
Was
brother,
not
brother.
Right, we
Africa.
got to move on. However, that don't mean if they was
Wow,
enslaved or
Question?
not. That don't mean they was
that
Can I
enslaving the indigenous people here
can I
too.
please ask a
So
question?
no,
Can
we
I
got to
please?
get to Afro. He been waiting a long time. Come on, go American. Can you do it?
Yeah, hello,
Yes.
hello. It's my turn.
Hi,
Yeah,
African King. What's your ethnicity?
my ethnicity is Igbo. I am Igbo by ethnicity.
Okay, would you like to address the prompt?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
But before I address the prompt, I feel like the man American he has a problem with Africa. I don't know why. Okay,
Well,
I
it
address the
doesn't
prompt.
matter. We're not. You're just gonna address the
I have a
prompt, and
problem
then
with
you can
liars.
hold
I have a
on.
problem with liars.
I want to
Okay,
address the prompt.
American. It's
What
okay.
makes black? Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
What makes Black Americans Africans? I should say, slavery happened. Whether we like it or not, it happened. There are facts, there are research that shows, there are evidences that shows that slavery really happened. I'm from the Igbo ethnicity. Some of my people were transported to the Americas for slavery. It happened. So there are African Americans, that's for sure, I know. There can be indigenous black people in America. Okay, no problem. But if there is evidence for that, okay, it can be established as fact. I don't throw. I believe in factual debates. If people don't have factual debates, they throw. I don't throw. When you make statements, bring facts to back up what you say. Bring sources. Don't just throw people. Don't just come around to insult people. Because I was hearing some rhetorics, derogatory rhetorics. Some of you guys here was saying about Africa. That was just you were trolling. They were all trolls. So there are African Americans. There are people that really came from Africa to America. There are evidences, there are facts to show that. And scientifically, it's proven that life started in Africa because the oldest fossil of human beings was found in Africa. That's fact, it's
not true.
established.
That's
If you
not
say
true.
otherwise, come up with proof. If you say otherwise, I believe in factual debate. I don't believe in trolling. I don't troll. Okay? See this one in the comments calling me a monkey. I don't know why
Saying
you
the
guys
oldest
do like
homes were
this, but
found in
Somebody put a time on this dude,
South
man.
Carolina, sir. The
Hold on,
oldest
y'all gotta
homes.
stop coming off your mic. He got time, and
so
stop
I
reading the
wanna
comments and just talk.
I wanna advise you stop trolling. Just bring up facts.
You can't
That's
tell
it.
us what to do, but okay. Anybody got a rebuttal for Afro King?
I
Can I
just,
ask my question is this,
I
yeah?
just,
How
I
No.
do
just want to
Black
say,
Americans
who
how
is
do
that?
Black Americans feel?
Oh
This
Lord.
big mouth that can't stop talking next to you.
Ooh, woo, child.
Elbow him, sis. Elbow him.
Okay. All right. Shut your ass up. Okay. So you said a whole lot of damn nothing. I am so tired of y'all coming up here trying to make us a damn African. Y'all don't even know who y'all are. Listen, a white lady named Nigeria. Okay? What was Nigeria before that? Do you even know? Logistically, the white man lied and said that there was, in the beginning, he said it was 12 million people who were brought over here on ships. When at that time, there was not even a cargo ship invented yet, which means they only had sailboats. It's not logistically possible to do that. Okay? So then you get up here and you push the white T man's lie on us. And that is why we're fighting y'all ass so hard, because y'all jumped on board with white tea supremacists who's trying to label us an African because they have been and started a whole trail of paper G-side on us to steal our land. We know what they did. We know they wrote lies in history. We know our history. You do not. So we are tired of you people getting up here trying to force us to be you. Why don't y'all, are y'all have low self-esteem? Be your damn self. Represent your country. Represent where you're from. And stop trying to force us into your lineage because we don't belong there. And I land.
Go ahead,
Can
American
I
product.
can I respond?
Hold on, American product.
Talking about me. So I'm gonna say this, and they reading from a YT playbook, which is what they always do, even in their homeland. We're not reading from no playbooks. We're reading from what we know. Like what we know is real live action. Y'all want to say one thing, but we telling y'all what it is. You flee your country to come here. First of all, the main thing with us is grandparents. Our grandparents mean more than us to anybody. And you flee your country where your grandparents is buried at. That says a lot about you right there. Second of all, you can't tell us who we are, what we got going on, or none of that. Because you don't know what we got going on. You come here for a better life, and then when you come here, you get here, and then you act like you don't understand proper English. Y'all start talking that, oh, we smarter than you, blah, 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 all this and that. And then you get here and you can't understand basic English. Both of these women just told y'all the facts, and y'all started trying to rebuttal that. They from this country. You're not even from here. And you're trying to rebuttal what somebody else. Just like if I go to Africa and I decide to say, okay, they say no shoes in here. And I want to put my Air Force Ones all on
You
y'all
gotta land
property.
your plane.
Y'all shouldn't feel offended. That's all I'm saying.
Can I respond?
Yes, you
Can
have
I
your
respond?
final say. Yeah, your final say. Then we moving to Greg.
Okay, yeah. Like I said before, I don't throw people. I don't throw, and nobody. I repeat, nobody is forcing nobody to be African. But you can wipe away people's history just because you want to feel good. It doesn't happen. You can wipe away the history of what happened to Africans before because you want to feel good about yourself. It doesn't work that way. Before Nigeria was Nigeria, we had tribes. Africa wasn't Africa. Africans lived by tribes. Africa wasn't. We were split into country recently. So coming up here saying Nigeria wasn't Nigeria, yeah, for sure. It can be Nigeria today, the name could change tomorrow, but the people don't change, the culture don't change, the language doesn't change. The people
The
are still
culture is
there, the
shitting in the
indigens are still
streets.
there. American, you have a personal problem with Africa. I feel
Okay,
you
I'm gonna
need to go.
rotate you down, American. Thank you for
That's it.
coming up.
Thank you.
No, it ain't for you. It's because I got rules in my room. Go ahead. Oh, your time stopped. Go ahead, Greg.
Peace to everybody in the room. Peace to the chat. Peace to the tube. Peace. What makes Black Americans African? Absolutely nothing. Nothing makes us African. We have no culture. We have no writing, no language, nothing. Everything we created was created here in America, on this land. I have yet to trace a African in my family line. I don't see one. There's no possible any chance of us being what they want us to be. They keep trying to tie us to this mythical, magical place, Africa. Wasn't even Africa when they was over there. That's the problem. And the people, right? The brother said all these people got taken away. So let's take that premise. If all those people got taken away, you're talking about entire ethnic groups, entire tribes, history erased. So how the hell would you know who those people were? And how the hell that we don't know if you were some people from the interior that happened to take slaves on and trade them on the coast? This is the unethical behavior of Africans in their thought process. You're ignorant, and I'm not meaning being mean about it. Ignorant means you just don't know. You don't know anything about our history. You don't know anything about our existence here. The only thing you know is that there's money here, and other black people quote unquote melanated people are doing well, better than you over there. That's why you come over here. And then you want to include yourself because we're melanated like you. But the fact of the matter is that we have no ties to you. That's it. You sold us. If that's the case, you sold us. Therefore, you got rid of your ties. You had no kinship with us from that point on. So, no, we are not African. No, absolutely not. I land my plane with that.
And can I just say something really quickly? And it's funny to me how they specifically came back around this time to try to say that we're African. Y'all really thought we were going to be stupid. And here's the reason why. You waited all these generations to try to come back. You didn't tell our ancestors they were African because our ancestors don't know shit about no damn being African. And I can't mute you, Vaughn. If I can't mute you, let me tell you something. If I can't mute you, bye, devil.
Like a pure demon.
Right. And like I was saying, back to the pit to hell he went. So, like I was saying, I still have aunts and people that were here around that time. One of my aunts is 95 years old. She don't know she's no damn African. Y'all didn't tell that shit to them because you knew they would have looked at you like you was damn crazy and sent you sent you back packing on your way. Y'all knew who to try, and y'all thought y'all was gonna run it on this generation because you thought that we weren't gonna call you out. They tried to play us, is what it is. They thought we were stupid. And they really believed what the white team man said about us being stupid. And they thought they was gonna try to run this damn game, and it's backfiring on their black ass. We're not playing this stuff. Y'all gonna go back to Africa. Y'all gonna go back one way or another. Y'all taking y'all ass back to Africa so y'all can go back there and be just as demonic and weird as y'all would like to be over there and dysfunctional on your own damn continent. You ain't gonna do it here. Y'all going back to Africa or wherever the hell you come from, hell or wherever. Y'all getting up out of here.
Okay. Go ahead, Black Queen.
I just wanted to say real quick, sis, that they come up here and they pretend like they want information and they want to ask questions. And I know Greg said that they were ignorant, but they're really very strategical. They are ignorant and they're too stupid to know that they're ignorant because they really think that they're running game. So what I notice is that it doesn't matter how much we explain, how much we tell them, they still go back to, you are African, because they have a sick demonic agenda. They are evil as hell and they want to tie us into their sick, depraved, disgusting lineage some type of way, even though they know we don't belong there, because these people know damn well the little people that came over here from there were not African. That is why they were so gung-ho to selling them. They know exactly who we are. And I'll answer it.
Somebody said in the chat that we're uneducated. What are we uneducated? Can one of you Africans explain what are we uneducated about?
Greg, they've been calling us uneducated in the chat
Can I speak?
all spring.
We won't fall for their bullshit. That's why.
Can I answer? I want to answer this.
Oh, you want to rebut him? Go ahead, Afro King.
Yeah, I want to answer Greg's question.
Yep, go ahead.
By statistics, should I say Black Americans or should I say, okay, I don't want to really attack the genuine Black Americans. I don't want to attack them, but the Black Americans that come out Africans, they are the ones I'm talking about. Statistically, every a young Black American in America is likely to drop
at high school. They don't really get through college. So that's a fact. There's statistics in America. So that's why we say sometimes that the trolls that come up here, they're uneducated because they dropped high school. You know, it is what it is.
Look here, you demon. Okay, 98% of our children, 98% of our children graduate high school. Black American women have the most degrees in this country. So you will not get your tired, musty, monkey breath ass up here lying on our damn kids talking about they dropped out of school when your damn country is over there full of orphans and kids who don't even know who they damn daddy is and the leading in paternity fraud. That's what the hell you should be worried about. We got our damn kids. Our children do have education. They do have colleges. You know what it's called? HBCUs that we built for our children to get an education because the white T-man tried to deny us of a college education. But you know what we did? We fought and we built schools. Shut your $5 ass up before I make change. We fought and we put up HBCUs for our damn children to get degrees, okay? And guess who's in those HBCUs right to this day? With our children sucking up benefits from them. Y'all's musty, dusty, crusty ass kids is in our HBCUs sucking up resources that is put there for our damn children. And I'm gonna tell you what, I am fighting like hell to get y'all ass out of there. You hear me, African? I am fighting to get y'all out of our HBCUs, you lying, dirt, monkey eating bastard.
Black Queen, you're trolling. You're trolling. I can see, but all I can say, you
Kiss
can do
my
nothing.
ass, okay? That's what you can
I
do.
can pull
You
up
don't dare get
statistics.
your punk ass up here speaking on our damn kids. Do you know how important education is to us and
I
our
can.
children? No, you don't. Because you just want to get up here and spread a false, fake ass narrative about my
Hold
people.
on.
And we're not going to sit here and be quiet while you lie, you fucking African. Well, Lord, forgive me. Oh, I'm sorry, love.
I can pull up
Listen, let me tell you
statistics.
something. You will not get up here and you will not lie on our kids while your country and your children are over there suffering and starving. Do you understand me? You will not get up here and lie
Oh
and
my
say our
goodness.
children are not getting educations when they are because we fought for them to have an education, okay? And you will not get up here and try to make us dumb because we won't fall for your bullshit white tea supremacist lies. Y'all are a bunch of devil, demonic damn animals, and you can go to hell.
You're trolling me. I
No,
didn't
ain't
troll
nobody
you.
trolling. She spit facts. How dare you? And y'all got what did they say? They got a very high illiteracy rate over there on that continent. Go ahead, Greg. You got your final say. I see your dice. You gonna have to hold on. You after Greg. Greg, go ahead for your final say.
Well, to the uneducated, we have global history, we have American history, we have Black American history. I think Black people are fully abreast of what's going on historically with Africa. But the problem is that you don't understand the Black people here in this country and the fact that there is a history amongst these Black people in this country that extend further than slavery. That's a fact. That's evident. That is clear. That is concise, factual history, sir. So once again, I don't have to sit here and qualify my understanding of my history to someone who doesn't even understand their own history. You guys don't even have written history, sir. And that's a fact. And I land my plane with that.
Okay, next we got what is his name? The lineage of evil saw.
See, yes,
What's your
I'm a Black
ethnicity?
American. I'm from
You
Ohio.
okay? Go ahead. You want to address the prompt?
Yes, ma'am. It said, what makes Black Americans Africans? And I would say nothing. And the reason why is because um, Black Americans were documented hundreds of years prior to any Africans and any African nations. Those African nations weren't established until the 1900s as well. If you guys ever read the Harvard Research DNA study, it talks about Black Americans being population-wide of America. Population-wide of America resembles three groups of non-African Blacks: Australian Aborigines, people of Papua New Guinea, and Alderman Islanders. 75% of these people have afros, and they're Black. They're non-African, just like the Black Americans. When Afro King said that Black Americans don't have education, I have a bachelor's degree and 2 masters. Okay. I'm going to tell you this. Okay. You guys are fleeing to America to suck up all the benefits that we worked our 6 points of contacts for. You guys don't deserve nothing. Okay. You're not the same people. And when I say you're not the same people, I want my people to understand Africans and Black Americans share no DNA relatives to modern day Africans. And the reason why is because they're not related. You're not related to Black Americans. We know it. You know it. Africans were selling Africans into slavery, way back before the transatlantic slave trade. That never happened. They were selling them to Arabs. All that slave castle stuff is all BS. It's propaganda. You're not related to Black Americans. Black Americans are Aborigines. Okay, like all the other Aborigines on the planet. They're Black, but they're non-African. So you do not get to claim us. You're not our people. You're not related to us. And that's just facts. And Black Americans are not related to Africans, and Africans know this. You guys are not related to Black Americans whatsoever. Okay.
And I
When
was
you look
gonna
at
say, and I was gonna say too, when you look up the old definition of American, it says the copper color Black people. Okay, that is the definition of Americans. Copper color people. Okay, and we know damn well ain't no Africans ever been described as copper colored. Nothing, because y'all are the darkest people on the face of this earth. So anybody who has ever encountered an African has never described you as any kind of copper colored shade, because you are not. Okay? Y'all are darker than night.
look at the US Gov DNA research study, it
You
talks
know, I'm the
about
only
Black
African on the
Americans.
occasion,
Hold
so
on,
time to
sir.
respond.
Hold
I'm the
on.
only.
When you look at Black Americans, DNA, according to the US Gov, it talks about Black Americans being the only indigenous that have similarities in their DNA as the founding populations from Canada, which is the First Nations. So why don't any other indigenous people have the First Nations DNA except for the Black Americans, the so-called Africans? You're not related to Black Americans who are Aborigines. You guys need to get over that. And
And the
we're
UN
all
told
saying
them
it.
that, and they still won't let it go. Even white people know that. The UN, when your bubblehead ass uh African leader, president, whatever he is, the bullfrog, then got up his big head waterhead ass up there talking about reparations. They told that man to his face that we are not related to y'all. And so why you guys want to keep this lie up? Even YT people know this. And so why you want to keep up this lie is that's like us fooling, being allowing just like them in Nigeria, they allowing that man sitting up here talking about he building an ark for some damn resurrection or something. We'll be getting fooled. Y'all think y'all can fool us like that? We're not easily fooled or manipulated. Y'all ain't fooling nobody but your damn self. And what you're gonna do is kick rocks up out of our damn country. That's what you're gonna do. Kick rocks and them damn flip flops up out of our damn country. And y'all can go back over there to Africa, eat all the dog and the monkey you want, frogs or whatever else, eat each other. Hell, we don't give a shit. But what you're gonna do is stop trying to attach yourself to us, and y'all gonna get y'all asses up out of here.
Please, can I respond? Wait, man. Well, you done woke up the original matriarch. Y'all in trouble. How you doing, love?
If you don't allow me to
Hey,
respond, I can go down.
Hey, sis,
no.
how y'all doing on the panel?
Hey,
Is it my turn?
sis, what time? Hold on one second, Hailey.
Yeah,
Whose turn was it, sis?
it is. He already went. It's Charles already addressed the prompt to his highly time.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't get to say
I'm
nothing.
Oh,
talking about earlier. You addressed the prompt today earlier,
Yes.
right? Yeah, we just want to let if you got a rebuttal, that's fine. But I want the new people to get a chance because we ain't gonna be on here longer. I got a flight to catch in the morning. Um. Okay. Hailey, what's your ethnicity?
Yes, ma'am. American.
Well, at
Baton
least
Rouge,
that's the.
Louisiana, to be exact.
Okay. Well, at least that's what I think will happen. I don't know. All right. Go ahead. You want to address the prompt?
Yes, ma'am, I do. That's why I came up. And we appreciate lives like yours as an elder loves. We appreciate these lives because our truth is very much needed. This is the age of awakening, right? It's also the age of the great separation. And this is what's going on right now. What makes
Well,
black,
thank you.
yes, ma'am, all the time. What makes black Americans Africans? No thing, nothing at all. We are not the same. We are not the same genotypically, phenotypically. We aren't the same. We don't have the same culture. We don't have the same dialects. We don't have the same anything, right? So there's no attachments. But I'm 55, and I can remember when this thing first started. And I want to hold a long conversation, but just to bring you up to speed, they started this out of Africa theory, right? And everything being from Africa, they started pushing this on us in about the late 70s, right? So this out of Africa thing, this whole Africa thing, and us being from Africa, this thing is new, because when I came home one day when they started popping up with these pop-up shops. Oh, Africa this, Africa that. They didn't teach us this in school, but I was seeing it in my neighborhoods, all in the pop-up shops. So this is the only thing that made us think with Africa, right? So I went home and told my aunties. Boy, my auntie almost slapped me across the bed. We are not African. We are not African. This is what it is. And excuse me, guys. Someone was trying to call. Yeah, we are not African. We will never will be. You can scream it to the top of your lungs, guys. It does not matter. We will never be you, no matter what you say. Now, you guys are not even connected over there. Come together with your brother across the street first. You see what I'm saying? Because contrary to what you guys believe, we coming together right now. You see this going back and forth with you guys, but we're coming together, right? Even though it may seem like we FB over here, American in over here, but guess what? At the end of the day, we're gonna ride for one another. And that's what this is about. This is about the great awakening. This is about realizing who we are. This is about us going back into our our genetic roots, right? And to do that, you got to go back and do your genealogy. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna end. How somebody gonna tell me who I am? You can't even match grandmothers, great grandmothers, huh? Make it make sense. I appreciate you, love. Well, let me speak. I digress.
Whew, had to let that simmer for a minute. Okay, thank you. So next we have, yes, Charles. Yes, we have Glenn. Hi, Glenn.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. What's your ethnicity?
I'm black. I'm black all the way.
Black American.
Grandparents was black. Mother and father was black. From out
What?
of the state of Florida and Georgia.
Oh, okay. So that mean your great grandma was Black American too?
Oh yeah, and great great. I can go as far as great great.
Oh, okay. All right. You want to address the prompt?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First, I want to start off by saying that.
After Glenn, we can have open panel. Sorry, Glenn. Go ahead.
Okay. I would like to start off by saying that I think that I'm the oldest on the panel. I'm from the generation of the baby boomers. I was in the Vietnam War, and I like this conversation. This is the first panel I done got to with people not kicking me off. They would, whenever I bring up FBA, I got a problem. I done ruffled feathers, and so I just sit back and listen. I like to listen. I listen three ways: a listening ear, an attentive ear, and a receptive ear. I love to listen to people. Now, I'm going to start off by saying 500 and 600 years ago, Black Africans in Africa was in war, was at a war, was in a war with the Europeans. Okay, they was dying. They was trying to escape. Some of them couldn't escape because the Europeans had the boom boom and the ping ping. So the ones that the Europeans caught, they had them. They was a prisoner of war. They wasn't slaves at that time, at that moment. So we can't say that slaves came from Africa. They was prisoners of war. They had just got out of war with Europeans, and when they came to America, okay, like if y'all, I know everybody on here done seen Roots and how they did people. They changed our names from whatever it was to Toby and all of that stuff. But I just wanted to get in to say that when black people from those wars in Africa wasn't slaves, they was prisoners of war. They was in a war. Now, once they got to America, then they became slaves. And I want to land there.
Go ahead,
So we on
Charles.
open panel
Mm-hmm.
now?
Hold on. We're going to rotate. Who is that? Um, that person on the end. I don't know what it is, but the lineage. I'm going to rotate you down. Thank you for coming up. Yep, Charles, go ahead.
Okay, the slave trade is made up by a man called Melville Gene Herstovix. He wrote the book about, and then American YT, they decided to use it to try to disinherit the black people from the land of America. So in other words, it basically never happened. I got another way I could give you something. Abraham Lincoln, when he freed the slaves, he gave 40 acres. He said that they were to get 40 acres and a mule. 40 acres and a mule, okay? The amount of acreage that Lincoln put up for the slaves, for all the slaves, the amount of acreage of land that he put up was 400,000. 400,000 acres of land to be given out to the slaves. If he gave up 400,000 acres, that is not enough acreage to cover the 12.5 million slaves that they want you to believe that they brought from Africa. So if he only gave up 400 10,000 acres, there means that there were only 10,000 slaves on record. And that's on their record. So they're telling on themselves without realizing it. That's all I got to say.
Then I was going to say also another misconception too. Christopher Columbus was enslaved in Florida. Was it Florida or Texas? No, he went to prison in either Texas or Florida for trying to help indigenous people that were on, I guess they were taking a voyage or something on a boat. And the wherever he was, I think it was Florida or Texas or something, they imprisoned him. So he knew that black people here in the United States were indigenous people, and they were actually showing him how to navigate the land too. So I think that, people need to just dig deeper and go do some more research and find out what's true and what's not.
I just want to make my last plane before I drop. Can I? Host, can I?
Brother, she hadn't said anything. Go ahead. I mean, African.
Okay.
Right, go
Yeah.
ahead, and then we're gonna get to KD1. But it's been an open panel. I said that. But go ahead, y'all.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just want to say to the first American lady up there, she was talking about being dark skinned. This is what we call inferiority complex. Mrs. American woman. Being black is not. There's nothing, absolutely
First of all,
nothing
I
wrong
didn't
with.
say so. First of all, don't put words in
You
my mouth.
said
I
you
didn't
said
say,
something about.
I
You
did
said
not say there was anything wrong with being dark skinned. All I said was the facts. They never referred to Africans as copper colored. That's the truth. So how the heck am I having inferiority complex? Get the fuck out of here. I damn sure, and if I did, I damn sure wouldn't feel like no damn African is come on now. Please don't lie to yourself and embarrass yourself like that. I said that Africans were never referred to as copper color races, and you weren't. That's what I said. So if you want to quote something I said, get it right.
America, black women in America here make them little Africans quiver in their boots. He don't know what to say.
Bro, can I finish? I
I
just
know
took
he don't,
permission.
but he ain't gonna sit up and lie on me either.
Can I finish, brother? So all I want to say is, I am an African. I don't claim nobody. I don't claim Black Americans to be Africans. I don't claim nobody. I don't want anybody to be African. But all I'm saying, you can wipe away people's history to feel good about yourself. It doesn't happen. You say things without proofs, without evidences. That's
What do
babbling.
you want up here on this panel? What do you want? What do you want from Black America? What the heck? What are you looking for? What outcome are you looking for? Because you up here running your mouth trying to tell us that we don't know what we're talking about. What you up here for? Are you not up here to learn nothing? It's obvious because you think you have the answers. So what do you want? What
Can
do
you
you
let me
want for
finish?
Black Americans? How can we help you?
I just want to drop. I just want to say something and drop. Allow me finish.
No, you're not going to sit up here and talk crap. I asked
Okay,
you a
fine.
question. What do you want? What do you want
Thank
from
you.
us?
Thank you. Bye.
Good damn riddance.
Right. Don't want to answer a question.
Here just lying his ass off.
KD up there, y'all. Hey, KD.
Hey, Katie.
What's going on, family? How y'all doing?
Good.
Peace, brother.
What's up? What's up? Yeah. So I guess to the prompt, what makes Black Americans Africans? Y'all already know what I'm gonna say. Nothing.
Nothing. Our culture and everything about us essentially is 100% homegrown out of the struggle, the fight and the resilience of our experience here, our innovation here. You know, it's a pervasive effort to claim and take credit or um, hyper associate us with the African continent, and that is psychologically strategic. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you tell a people who have a specific justice claim here on this American soil, and you incentivize them to focus on what is now a foreign land, and I'm gonna go ahead and say now a foreign land, just for the sake of entertaining the narrative of the transatlantic slave trade. I know we got a deep indigenous history, but you know, a small portion, small, some. Before y'all beat me up in the comments, listen close to what your baby brother is saying. I'm saying some of our ancestors did come from the African continent through the transatlantic slave trade. That did happen. Now, uh, so but be that as it may, um, the the incentive for us to look at the African continent as a place called home, or a place that we got to even remotely associate with, is to take our focus off of the land that we built, the country that we built. You know what I'm saying? In a roundabout way, it's like we'll subconsciously look at ourselves as foreigners. I mean, and it's real funny when they say that the foundational Black American delineation movement is a FBI CIA operation, when the whole time there's been a bunch of Pan-Africanist organizations that were funded by the government. I think it was the American Society of African Culture or something like that, which it was strictly focused on cultural aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? Not no real nation building, not any economic or political empowerment. It was strictly a cultural thing, and you see that type of shit. Excuse me. You see that type of activity going on today, with in regards to a lot of Pan African celebrations. And I mean, the very first thing, starting with the American Colonization Society. You know what I'm saying? It was you know, the government saying, yeah, we can go ahead and send you, quote unquote, back to Africa. And, you know, our ancestors wasn't going for that. I write about that in chapter 4 of my book. The link to it is in my bio. When you click the link in my bio, it's the second bar down. But anyway, yeah, like that, that's the whole point. That's the pivot. That's the finesse. But the real threat is us as of the people who built this country. The real threat to the power structure is us seeing us as the rightful owners, or the rightful residents, citizens of the United States of America, because this is the country we built. You know, but again, if I could plant that seed in you to make you think about and fantasize and romanticize somewhere else, then you know I'm taking away some of your fortitude, and you'll always look at yourself as somebody who is a guest, like you in a roundabout way, like we were the first immigrants or something like that. No, 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 no. We more American than any hunky you can name. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Edison. Name any one of these hunkies, or any hunky living today. Us as foundational Black Americans are more American than them. You know, so with that, I suppose I'll land. Y'all still there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just quiet. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to pack in everything. Yes. Okay. So, anybody else got something to say to what KD said, or respond to anything?
Only thing that I would say is where they got the so-called slaves from, or prisoners of war, wasn't in Africa. It was a small part that was close to Africa, very close enough to Africa that a modern person would think that it was Africa, but it wasn't Africa. It was just so close. It was just very, very close. So what happened was in 70 AD, when the war happened and those white tea people came over there and the war happened, many of them were running into Africa to blend because they knew that they could pass as Africans because, we were all brown. So, but it was not Africa. It was just close to Africa. And I just, that's the only thing that I would disagree with. Other than that, I think he's on point with everything else.
Okay. All right. Hey, we got ninjas up here. Ninja.
How you doing?
Hey, Ninja. What's your ethnicity?
Black American.
All right. You want to address the prompt?
Say what makes Black Americans African?
Yeah.
Man, no, I thought we told them we black.
Can you speak up? You got your connection bad.
I said I thought I didn't know Black Americans was African. But maybe because of history, because of the white man history, teaching them that they African. Maybe that's why. They took the dad out the home. They then put the white man in school. The white man told him he's from Africa. He's from Africa on a slave boat. Nah, though, but I ain't gonna lie. I'd have been incarcerated before, and it felt like we was some fucking African slaves. But I lay on with that.
All right, thank you.
Why you felt like you was an African slave? Why you say that?
Man, the white man was chasing us, locking us up, putting us on a ship. Yeah, not a shipment. Yeah, they was chasing us. I'm running for my life. Yeah, I'm like, man, are we back in Africa?
You was running for your life?
You
I
felt
was running for
captured.
my freedom. I was a runaway slave, man. Running for my freedom.
So you ran from the popo?
Yeah, the white man. Yeah, the white man. Yeah.
They caught you though?
Yeah, he caught me before. Yeah.
All right.
He funny.
Hey, Grilla, how you doing?
Hi, host. How are you? And hi, panel.
Hi. What's your ethnicity?
I'm indigenous copper color.
Okay, you want to address the prompt?
Yes, we ain't got nothing to do with Africans. They want to get over here because they think some reparations are coming. They got brought over here, not as many as Mighty Whitey is saying they brought over here. And then the ones that did bring over here, they hid among the copper color people once they escaped. Yes. And we have nothing to, what makes Black Americans, nothing makes Black Americans Africans because we're not African. We're a whole different people. What I wanted to say was this country was built already. All you gotta do is go look at an old map and you'll see from the top of the map to the bottom, it was nothing but us, the mound builders. This is the motherland right here. We have the oldest forest. And basically, when the Mighty Whitey seen what was over here, they just had to have it. They started knocking down buildings that were already built. You can see some of the buildings still standing. Even the White House was there already. All they did was modify it and brick faces. There were huge buildings over here already from our ancestors. Most of our city halls and places like that, you see, they're made of limestone. They can't build it. Somebody's dragging chains around or something. taking a shit. Somebody needs to mute up.
Oh, Charles,
Somebody
I'm
talking like
sorry.
taking a shit or
is you? What?
Man, what you had going on, dog?
something. He's taking that big old belt buckle loose. Hit that
Y'all
toilet bowl.
crazy.
Hit that commode.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, if you guys, I forget the name of this thing they use to take these buildings down, but if you look at a statue of George Washington, he's leaning on that machine. He's leaning on that. He's leaning his arm on that weapon.
You talking about the fast shade, brother?
Yes, sir.
Fast
Thank you.
shade.
I can never remember the name of that thing, but they were taking whole buildings down, with making the buildings fall into the ground when they got over here, and some of them still stand today. But you can see half windows underground where there used to be a full window. You only see half of the window. But they destroyed this whole continent with that thing. I can't even say it. The flashade. But I recommend you guys look it up because George Washington is leaning on it proudly. Like, this is what I used to get rid of these buildings. Some of them still stand. But look up the flashade if you can. It's a very interesting thing to look up. But yeah, we're not African, and they're not us.
Okay. Thank you so much. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube chat. Shout out to my amazing mods. Shout out to all my tappers, all the gifters. We really appreciate every one of y'all. And the people on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like these type of live streams. We appreciate your support. Alrighty. See you guys hopefully tomorrow.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Thank
everybody.
y'all.
So salute everyone.
Bye.